Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have another match of the Season 4 Ocarina of Time Randomizer Tournament. We are in loser bracket round 6. Match up is Fanta Tanked versus Pink Kitty Rose. Commentators for this match will be Spell and I forgot the name. Toyos. Say hello and take it from here.
Hey everybody, how are you doing today, Spell?
I am doing great, man. It feels like I've not been here for like a whole year. It's so hard to imagine because I was like pretty much like daily on ZSR, but then like I just disappeared for weeks.
Yeah, I remember that. I was starting to get into it. I was like, all right, who's
But here I am.
It's Spell.
I still live, guys. Don't worry. I'm still alive.
You know, we need to throw you in the hyperbolic time chamber for a little bit, power you up for these final matches we've got in this tournament. As
the rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated.
As we only have, I believe, 5 runners left, and the winner of this has their work set out. They already know who all of their future opponents will be to make this last loser bracket push up to the finals. What can you say about these great runners in PKR and Fanta, Spell?
Oh man, I mean, there's a lot to say. Obviously, PKR was the winner of the Challenge Cup last year, so definitely one of the big upcoming talents in the Zooter community for sure. I think a lot of people expected her to do well in season 4, but I think by now, I think she has exceeded most people's expectations. And she is, I mean, many people said it because she was looking very strong in the qualifiers. They said, you know, PKR could very well be someone who's favored to take the tournament, and now she's here in the semi-last round of the losers bracket. And Fanta, I mean, that's also, I mean, another really big surprise, I think, for a lot of people. I just don't think many people expected Fanta to make it quite this far, but here he is, definitely one of the big noteworthy players of the tournament for sure. Should be a great match.
As we are off, Adult Spawn starting in Hyrule Market.
Interesting. You literally travel through time as you walk out.
So you can buy bomb shoes from there if you need to, right? As an adult. But I mean, of course, they need the bomb bag, I think, right?
Yeah, I don't think he will sell you anything without a bomb bag. I'm not
like,
actually sure. I've not seen this before.
So PKR, she is right off the bat just farming up some rupees here, whereas Fanta is got that lovely orange tunic. Going
I
straight
like
over
the color. I mean, PKR, you know, obviously get some rupees, so you have a good chance of buying a shield once you get to Kakariko. I mean, you probably will find enough. Like, there's not a 60 in the crate, always. I mean, 20, sorry, so that gets you up to 50.
Right,
and you'll probably find 20 more.
You're right there. It's a good little insurance you can get yourself. So, you know, if you have routing plans in mind, it's...
Yeah, well, you might find a bomb back. You can just move on to DC immediately, right? And having a shield then is very nice.
Exactly, and both of our runners are starting with the same thing, the Fire Medallion and Zelda's Lullaby, which is going to make routing so much easier for them.
Yeah, you can just go pick up your song in the graveyard right away.
Yeah, so this is going to be a quick little setup. Depending on what we get out of here from Kakariko in the graveyard, we could end up just save quitting, being a kid, getting some more songs, doing some checks.
Yeah.
I have noticed a lot of runners seem to like to do a very thorough child one. So the first time they're the child, just kind of hitting out everything they can.
Yeah, well, I think if anything speaking of rupees, there's a nice wallet. But yeah, if anything we've seen in Season 4 is that many seeds will come down to the wire onto this one single item that people get stuck on the end. So you just really don't want to miss anything. So as a result, people do a very thorough child one because there's a lot of checks early on you can do as a child. And you really don't want to go child more than twice if you can help it. So you do as much as you can the first one, and then depending on which items you find, you clear up the rest in your second child. And ideally, you'll never go child again after. But you know, seeds will not go that way.
Which, you know, depending on what we get, maybe sometimes you're gonna... If the logic's mean to us, we might have to switch back and forth quite a bit. But our runners do pick up Bolero Fire.
It's not a song.
Yep, it's a song that'll give you another song early.
Yeah, just like ZL will, basically.
So we're just going to be collecting a lot of these songs early on, which I'm sure our runners will love.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which is an interesting thing. What do you think from the runner's perspective? Do you want friendly or mean seeds, right? Because your opponent's playing the same seed. If you're super confident, do you want, like, oh, just give me, like, the worst seed ever? And
I think it depends what kind of player you are, right? Like if you're a very mechanical player, I think you will definitely favor like bad seeds because mechanical players usually have an advantage in those because the more you have to clear, the more your mechanical advantage will like make a difference. But if you're not so confident in your mechanical abilities, I think you would prefer a seed where you, which is easier, right? Because then it's just down to finding the items quickly, and hopefully, one of the items is in a spot that you didn't expect, and you hope your opponent will not find it. Despite is better.
Right.
So that's one way of looking.
And it's funny. Both of these runners incredibly humble. There was a little survey that was given out to all the runners for this tournament. Both of them. Oh, I just want to qualify. I don't know how far I'll get. No, they're great. They're top of the line runners right here.
For sure. Yeah.
Great show for us. And one interesting thing is PKR. She felt like her biggest strength is sort of that routing and that logic, whereas Fanta had the opposite, thinking, my execution's great. I'm not too sure about the logic. Of course. This is just what they say. They're very humble runners. They're great at both of them. But
they're definitely humble. And I do think they're also runners that know themselves quite well because I think their assessments are pretty spot on for the most part. I think if we look at the 5 players who are left in the tournament and we look at something like execution, you would not put PKR number 1, right? You would put Sponge there. What the hell's happened? But not PKR for sure. But regardless, her execution is still really good. You don't get the top 5 without really good execution one another. So it's not to say it's all relative like to what we're comparing it, right? Like really fun. It's also Minuet picked up from the graveyard.
Let's just get every song off the bat.
You should get all the songs, let's just get them all.
We're gonna see a quick little song chain eventually, I think. Who knows, maybe we'll get Requiem along the way.
Getting all the nice warp songs, we just need a Requiem of Spirit, and then we can just basically warp anywhere we want.
So the songs are nice, the items not so much. Other than that wallet, which I don't know. At least the wallet eliminates things like tunics being Way of the Hero, which is always a little messy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
At least the
the Zord 300, so that one is still in. But I get what you mean.
So, Fanta, we're checking out here first, and there's Requiem for us.
Here we go. Just as just as we predicted. There's no script.
And Dead Hand is nothing, which is great. You can skip that little kid boss fight. Is it really a boss fight, or is it more of like a mini boss?
I would say it's a boss fight. I mean, it's harder than any of the kid bosses, to be honest. So.
That's true.
Maybe Baronade is harder.
Yeah, Baronade just has a lot going on. It's one of the most like, I don't know, just a lot more going on than every other boss in this game, I feel. Whereas our Requiem song is Opponents.
Opponents, nice. That gives you access to the Gerudo Valley, the other side of it, which is good.
So I feel like as soon as we find a bow, our runners are going to start thinking of running over to Gerudo Fortress.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you'll get on your mind. I mean, how often has in this season it been a relevant thing to do? Very often. What's on the arch? I can't tell.
I think it was just a heart, like a recovery heart.
Maybe. Fanta's just looking too quick, man. His eyes, they work faster than mine. They tell you like how the eyes work at like 20 frames per second or something. That's the movie excuse.
Yeah.
But it's work at 40. He sees double the things that I do.
And there's Prelude. Let's just stock up on these warp songs, which, depending on our kid spawn,
could be useful.
The top
not
of all it's time to become a kid. PKR buying the shield.
No, the shield's not shitty. The shield's very good.
The shield's great. So we got Dongo's Caverns Medallion, Deku Tree, Shadow Temple, Forest Temple, and Jabu Jabu. No Water Temple medallion, at least, today. But
I couldn't read that. My frame rate is too low on my arm. Went too fast.
So, Fire, Water, and Spirit are our stones. So PKR not doing the song chain yet. We're gonna run out here. Run out of the village.
And special shout out to Stonewater, my favorite.
Who doesn't like a good old Stonewater?
What I like even more is Stonefire, and that's exactly what I'm getting with the seed. So,
so PKR is going to check the river here before becoming a kid, before playing those songs. I kind of like this. Zora's Fountain is foolish. 30 is dead. I missed the first one of those hints.
Ooh, but that's unfortunate, KR. That sucks. So relatable, but it does suck.
Yeah.
Getting fast.
You know, you might as well buy the mask. I feel like, I wonder if there's like a statistic for how often that Keaton mask actually gets turned in. Right? Like, there's no
Keaton mask I feel pretty often, but the skull mask, different question.
Right. Obviously, it can be a hit sometimes, so it's smart to just buy it. Maybe not prioritize it right away in case you find a hint. Such as Kakariko Kid Chickens as well. Could be like that.
I still think it's one of the big regrets of Season 4 is to make that a sometimes hint. And Iron Boots for PKR. Not what you want to see in a Stonewater Sea.
Yeah, it's just now, as soon as you get a hook shot, you're thinking, well, I can go check a lot of there.
Yeah, yeah.
Over, but
I have a question for chat, though. I have a very... also for you, Tojos, but also for chat. Is anyone else, maybe it's just me, but is anyone else so upset when you get like Stonewater and Stonefire, but it's not the Goron's Ruby on fire and this Zora Sapphire on Water Temple? That just annoys me so much. Those need to be on their respective temple. I'm sorry, I just can't deal with anything else.
Yeah, we've got that's gotta get in the fixes. I hear you. That is I think that just makes sense, right? Why not?
Yeah, and it won't make any difference, right? So.
So we
mark the Wave the Hero.
Okay. As our slingshot game was double defense. Obviously, that's not Wave the Hero. So we got a few more options here for where it could be. Do we, if you're at nighttime and market, just go for that 1 in 32 game real quick?
I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, mark Wave the Hero, but there's a bomb bag right there at the end of Zora's River.
Wow, this is this little river play is paying off pretty big. Getting those iron boots handy, you're swinging by the Tektite Grotto now with your bombs. You can just check in there.
Wave the Hero. Getting all those Wave the Hero hints as well is very useful for PKR in her situation. Mm-hmm. And she's not even in a terrible position to move on to like something like you could reverse out of Sacred Forest Meadow into DC. It's an option you have at this point. I mean, that's a lot of checks in DC. And it's a medallion. So it's it seems like a very powerful play right now. Against Castle.
Are we jumping into fire? No, we're just moving back. I'm not against 100% checking out like the start of fire a little bit.
Yeah, I like the first one, yeah. But they can always do it another time, and she has more pressing matters on her mind right now, for sure.
Right, you've got Bolero, you've got a whole lot of things out there to do.
Yeah, and you can... I think, sure, PKR is thinking about DC. It has to be on her mind. Of course, she's going to get the song from Requiem first.
And there is our Song of Time in Lon Lon Ranch. Now that does, along with Epona's song, we do have that little right side of the maze in Logic now. With
and also we have Iron Boots, right? So I mean,
right. Wow.
Not in Logic, but I mean, how deep can it be, right? Like how far away can it be from Logic? Not that far.
Right. Yeah, it is an out of logic bomb bag. I have to remember that little trick.
Iron Boots too. I don't think you can get to it as an adult like that.
Right. But, it's good to know when you're in Logic and out of Logic, but that's not going to stop our runners if something's more efficient.
Yeah.
It can help you sort of narrow down where an item could be.
Very interesting, though. We're only 12 minutes in, and already these runners have gone pretty different routes. I mean, PKR has gone adult, and we see Fanta has gone child. She's going to check out the Fairy Fountain, of course. Bomb back, you might as well.
Which could be huge with Spirit being a medallion, or Spirit being a stone especially. If this is something Fanta might not be back to.
Yeah.
This is something that can't come up a lot in these randomizers, is just you get getting the right items in the right order. Sometimes you get the items in an order that just lead you away from certain things.
Yeah, no, for sure. Sometimes, you know, the items you get just will put you on the wrong track. You're like, oh, okay, I got these items now. I'm going to check this, check that. And then you completely forget about the way you should have gone, which you would have gone if you never had gone on the item. Yeah, definitely can happen.
Which I think is one of the hardest things that might not be noticed all the time. And when you're running, is you're constantly thinking where you're going next, what your plan is, what you're going to do. So then you go through, you have your plan laid out, and then you find something that could change that plan, and it's quickly sort of rerouting in your head.
Yeah.
Where you're going to go, adding that item in, and doing that kind of seamlessly.
Yeah, you got to watch out for tunnel visioning, that's for sure. And
Kuko's the scale.
That is huge, because that does open up the way into the river, which will then get your bomb bag and your iron boots. So Chickens is locking those items right now.
So at least PKR knows.
PKR knows, yeah.
Logic then, right?
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, and there's a bow.
There is a bow. The Gerudo Valley play. You only get 2 items doing this most times, but why does it always pay off? Why is there always something in this valley?
It brings back what we mentioned earlier, like the furrowed first child section, right? Like Fanta's not leaving any stone unturned. He's checking everything.
Which it's tempting, right? When you go all the way back in Lon Lon, check the silo, all the way back. You have Minuet. It's tempting just to say, all right, I'm just going to Minuet out, and I'm just gonna strand that side of the world. But
it's such an easy check. These 2 checks are so easy to skip, and once you skip them, it's pretty annoying to go get them, right? Like you have to be an adult and come in from the other side. And then check with a bomb chew. That's one way of doing it. And other than that, you really don't have a fortunate moment of checking it again. Like it's kind of awkward to round in.
Right. So that bow, the bomb bag, Song of Time. I worry we might see once our runners get all these pieces together.
Oh, the Well Way of the Hero.
The Well Way of the Hero. You know, we've gotten a lot of songs. That's one we haven't yet.
Yeah, might be on OOT. In which case, yikes.
Ooh.
We do have iron boots already. We have access to spirits. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Bomb shoots on Midas house.
Okay, so the bomb shoes are...
And the hook shots.
Wow.
Oh, this is huge.
So with the bomb shoes being in Mido's house, that is going to help Fanta a lot, as Fanta's going to be over there rather quickly. Won't have the bomb bag, but you can get by on bomb shoes for a bit.
It's only 5 shoes, though. That's not a lot. Of course, they have Arctium, they have a wallet. They can go reverse Wasteland and buy more shoes. That's always an option they have.
True. And it is one thing where you save scum those shoes, right? You use some, you quit out, you don't want them, you keep going, which, gosh, that can add up on time if you're scumming a whole
It can, yeah. And with 5, you're kind of limited too. That's just enough to do DC, I think.
Mm-hmm. At the very least, you could do sort of the checks all the way up to the eyes, right? And if you don't get anything, you can scum them all back. And
yeah.
Probably checking early. Which for PKR, when is she gonna do a quick little Goron City trip and then down to Dodongos? Maybe?
I think so. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she did.
Which she doesn't know yet that Dodongos is a medallion. But we know that even if it's barren, you're gonna have to do it anyway.
It's insanely high density. There's really no reason.
It might as well. You might as well just instantly get whatever is there, right? You're probably doing it. At least you're doing the front of Dodongo's cavern. I could see sometimes not going back, grabbing the last chest, and then Dodongo.
Yeah, I imagine she'll do all of it. I mean, you have a bomb bag. It's very quick with a bomb bag. You might as well just clear it fully. I imagine she will.
Mm-hmm. As Fanta is making his way out here, he's going to do this one little check in South Hyrule. Which, here's another thing, not having this bomb bag. This will be a small time save for PKR when she makes her way down here.
I mean, he has chews. I just don't imagine he'll use them on this. That would be wasteful for sure.
He hasn't gotten the chews yet.
Oh no, true. Right. I forgot for a moment that was PKR that got them.
We're just throwing all the explosives on one player right now.
Yep. And a boomerang.
That's gonna be great for turning back into a kid. For skulls, for anything.
Yeah. And a winner heartbeat.
Nocturne on Saria's song. We are one teleportation song away.
Yeah. And PKR finding the winner heart piece. Maybe will this be a premonition of things to come? When you find out. Many people in chat do seem to be rooting for PKR. Of course, PKR, quite a popular runner, has quite a lot of fans.
Yeah, fan favorite.
Uh-huh.
We see Fanta coming out. I'm not gonna say out of nowhere, but really just making a name for himself in this tournament.
I definitely would say it. I mean, I think Fanatang's someone everyone knew, but like didn't expect to make this far. So definitely a person to pay attention to for sure.
I do wonder if we ever see the Kukos being done. Obviously, knowing it's a scale is interesting, right?
I think now that we know it's a scale, I can't imagine Fanta will skip it. I can see PKR skipping it though. I mean, she kind of got what she needed from the scale already.
Yep, you got your iron boots.
It's logic now. Like, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Like, why waste your time in the chicken?
Yeah, the one thing I think it could save you is that little Lost Woods shortcut over to...
As a child.
As a child. Or if you end up getting Serenade, that shortcut to Zora's Domain, as they are going to have to do Jabu eventually.
Yeah, but you gotta imagine, like, chickens takes like 3 minutes. That's a lot of time.
If it's something where you start as a kid in Kakariko and you can kind of hit some of those checks while you're doing chickens,
yeah,
I think it's a little more doable. But I think if you can hold off on it, you hold off on it.
I think so. But also, there's still another skill out there somewhere which you might. So.
True. In which case, you'll know. Obviously, the gold scale. Since we have iron boots, gold scale isn't going to. It'll put things in logic, but it's not going to help us get anything else.
No, exactly.
But, it'll let our runners know what's in logic, what's not. As PKR, I think another thing with a lot of PKR's routing here, I could be wrong, PKR is hitting up a lot of hint stones early. As Ocarina of Time is Song of Storm.
Oh my god, it's 80. Oy. Not good.
So Bottom of the Well is Way of the Hero. Now, we also know Market is Way of the Hero. What if this is something like Bottom of the Well has Lens of Truth to let you get the Market game?
Oh yeah, true. That is a good point.
The small chance that we can just...
Oh, and there's Zora's Tunic.
Hey, perfect.
Well, we don't have to worry about the bigger bag anymore at this point.
200 rupees will do.
Yeah, it will definitely do. Of course, that bag could still... Oh, well, there's the other tunic.
Hey! we are just some new shoes away from full fashion. And I guess a nice shiny shield. If you count that as part of fashion.
I mean, it looks like Death Mountain Trail might as well be called Fashion Street at this point. Everything there. Tunic percent complete. And PKR going into DC, as I imagine she would.
Mm-hmm. So when are we going to see the river play by Fanta? Now Fanta's got those.
Yes, scale, I would imagine.
Yeah. That, I didn't catch that hint. Sometimes there's a lot of words and I'm like, man, listen, I must be like the reading level of our runners is like.
You guys been working at 48 FPS down. Imagine
the eye can't see more than 20 frames per second. It's more cinematic that way.
Well, OT runs at 20 FPS, so not missing anything.
Yeah, it runs at 20 on a good day, I feel like. Hey, a stick upgrade, why not, right?
Always not.
We know we don't have to fight that hand, but...
And we see a Nocturne from Fanta. I imagine he's heading over to do chickens. And then heading up the river right after. Yeah, I imagine he'll do that.
I think so. So it's PKR has gotten the Bottom of the Well and the song location hints. So PKR is thinking for the long haul now.
Literally for PK, there is no reason not to do DC anymore. She knows it's 80 now. So, regardless, you're going to have to do this place. And therefore, it's win.
First win. You love it.
Right, that means we're not going to see magic for another 2 hours.
One of our magics is in Shadow Temple, and the other one's something like water.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
But especially knowing you're going to need nearly every item to beat this seed. I think that really increases how thorough you're thinking. You might be like, oh, I can just run over here. Now you're really just gonna power through. We're gonna see everything. If you ever wanted to see how to do everything in Ocarina of Time as fast as possible with everything shuffled around, you tuned in to the right show today, everybody.
Yeah, and you gotta wonder from PKR's point of view, like, how does she feel about AD versus a player like Fanta, who's like very confident in his mechanical abilities. That's something you at least gotta think about, because there's gonna be a lot of work ahead of you at this point.
Right. And Hipjet, bottom of the well, is Way of the Hero, which, maybe there's something we can get around. Maybe it's something like a slingshot for Deku Tree, right? But,
I mean, that's the possibility they're gonna explore for sure. But, no, Fire Arrow.
You love a fire source. Obviously, you love magic too.
Right in here.
As PKR getting ready to do a little standing jump here.
Go. Good. Running close, that bomb counter is not looking too healthy.
No.
Never mind. Just that just what you needed.
Just will that one into existence a little bit there.
In the bomb bag chest as well, very convenient. The bag is gone, but the bombs are still there.
Yeah, the bombs are just sitting there. There's no bag around them, but you can take them. So we've got PKR just Kobe Bryanting, throwing these.
Just dunking those bombs.
No problem. I'm one of those dirty, just jump down, stand in the eye, and just hold it.
There's the slingshot, so that can be it now.
Yep, that makes all dungeons even more likely.
Yep. It's not what you want to see.
I'm pulling so hard for it to be that Lens of Truth.
Oh, and Fanta gets the scale but plays Prelude, so I don't think he's going to... Oh, I think he changed his mind. Yep, there we go. As I thought he would do. He's going to Lost Woods next. Go down the river, get his bomb bag.
Yeah.
Get his Iron Boot.
Finish this part out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which then, you got a lot open to you when you get that bomb back, because he's already got a bow, he's already got his hook shot. Really, kind of missing a strength upgrade for your full adult starter kit.
Yep. Yeah, you really do miss one.
And,
for your Forest Temple starter kit as well, by the way.
True. And then I feel like as soon as we see that strength upgrade, they're just gonna head on over to Forest.
Yep. Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, we're still 25 minutes in. PKR still hasn't been a kid yet.
Nope.
She is just living up the adult life. A lot of perks. You can drink legally. Well, I think still 17. So depending on where you live.
This is medieval society. I'm sure that they don't really care about how old you are when you drink alcohol.
Of course, the nightlife in Hyrule Market, not really what it used to be.
No, if you want to go to the cool spot, you gotta go to Termina, right? You gotta go to the milk bar. We don't even have alcohol in this world. It's just milk.
Oh man, but is anything? But now milk's great, but is there anything better than chocolate milk? It's
just flavored milk.
They got all the milk you need down. Get your Lon, get your Romani milk, get your strawberry milk.
Hey, no need to say FBI open. Legal drinking age where I live.
As Dodongo's Cavern just had some fire arrows and a slingshot, which are those sort of ancillary items that are nice to have, but don't always open up too much.
The slingshot's one check, and obviously logical deck you, but who cares?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which, having not been a kid before, PKR will be able to hit up that slingshot check. Pretty, cleanly.
Yeah, in general, the routing is just working out really well for PKR.
Mm-hmm. Now, if we do see a Skull Mask pickup from Phantom.
We do.
Now, I think I don't think PKR is going to sleep on Gerudo Valley too long.
No, I imagine she'll check it. She's going to be free.
Yeah, probably a similar route that Fanta's been doing.
Yeah, and it makes sense for her to do so. She has bomb back, right? So she can do the South Hyrule checks as well.
Right.
She's going to get a lot of value out.
And even if we see something like that letter in a bottle, if we catch that along the way, that's going to be huge. Having both Boomerang and your
Where's PKR going? She has Prelude.
you know, who doesn't like going for a little stroll every now and then, right?
Oh, she realizes now, I think. She's like, wait, Jonas, okay. Are we going to GTG?
We could see that. We could see like a Hyrule Field cleanup.
Oh, but that would be weird. Wouldn't you want to do that as a child at this point, though? Because you want to... In that case, you might very well skip Gerudo Valley, which could be really bad.
Right. Or maybe just checking out the boulder over here. I guess the boulder is a little out of the way if you're coming out. But,
that's just what I'm saying. You could still do that as a child. That's kind of what I'm about.
Yeah. Alternatively, you know, if you check it earlier, if it is something that is nice, you can work it in. You can change up your routing to incorporate it.
True.
As we're seconds away from a 30-minute skull mask check here.
Very quick. Yeah. Toadgel's really, Fanta really not leaving any stone unturned in this child section.
Yeah,
He's incredibly thorough.
Was thinking he was going to turn back into an adult. You got your hook shot and your bow, but no.
So I imagine he was going to go down Zora's River. That seemed like inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
He knows Zora's Fountain is nothing, but he might check the main.
Right.
Oh, that is huge. That is massive for him.
That is going to pay off in dividends. We're going to see a forest temple right now, potentially.
Yeah, he has his whole starter pack. He's not even doing river anymore, which might bite him in the ass later.
Yeah.
So he can get those items regardless, like, you know, as adults, but...
Yeah, he'll be right there afterwards to go run over to river after finishing the forest temple. You can take that little shortcut over to the river.
Mm-hmm. But this is huge, though. I mean, consider for a moment, with PKR has decided to check those two places in Hyrule Field, which to me suggests she's not planning to do it as a child. Which I suggest she's probably going to skip out on doing Gerudo's Valley. That's where the bow is, so she might be missing out on both the bow, and I'm not sure if she will miss out on the strength. PKR likes to get the bunny hood, especially like it's AD now. She might get a good amount of leverage out of it. So she might still get that.
That's true. And Bomb of the Well, Way of the Hero. So you really got to do every kid thing. You're going to have to... Well, you don't have Sarias yet to turn in the mask, but you can definitely get everything set up to get that that bunny hood. As, I guess, doing those checks, I think the big thing, too, hitting up that Tektite boulder, having Iron Boots, is you could check it as a kid, but you couldn't get it, so I guess she didn't want to potentially have to come back if it was something.
Yeah, but it doesn't take that much time. You just call up the Poe and Ash. You can get it while you're getting your Poe.
Right.
Very small time investment. And it's usually nothing. I mean, the ultimate being something very tiny. So.
Just a regular Poe on the shooter.
Regular one.
Those big Poes in a bottle. Right?
Big Poes are green. So.
Yeah, don't give me the little Poes. Give me the big ones, all right? As we're making our way through Market, Way of the Hero for PKR, but so PKR will be able to check Bombchu Bowling.
She will be able to do that.
As so after that, for our Way of the Hero Market, our two locations will be the Treasure Chest game and Big Pose.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, just kind of make it through. Gosh, yeah, those that really thorough child paying off for Fanta, getting the strength upgrade, getting the bow.
He literally got in his child section his entire starter pack for Forest Temple, so he's looking really good right now. And it does look like Fanta is going to check DC, of course, with a bomb bag. I mean, with a strength and a bow, that's almost as good as a bomb bag. So why wouldn't he?
4 bomb shoes, and that's more than
for the eye. More than enough.
As there's magic on Bombchu Bowling.
That's probably the Way of the Hero.
That fulfills the requirement, unless we find the other one somewhere.
Yeah.
Else.
There's a good chance it's locked. Like.
Oh yeah, I feel like Magic loves locking other Magic, right?
It really does, but we'll see. Of course, let's not jump to conclusions. But
so the early Ferrer's Wind is gonna pay off. Depending on when Fanta goes over to River, again, you can't do this little game until you got bombs.
Go on.
Oh, I was gonna say this could be a big over the course of this race, just saving time depending on how long it takes Fancy to get that bomb bag. If we get in warp situations where maybe like dipping into GTG, one player has magic, the other doesn't. It can add up over time.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, just a shout out to the seed though. We have a scale on chickens. We have strength on Skull Mask, and we have early magic and Aurora's Wind. What is the odds of this seed? Like, it has to be astronomically low for these events to all line up.
It's an interesting one. Like we could see a fast all dungeons, right?
If this seed was a living person, I would tell them to get a lottery ticket right about now. To be honest.
Again, knowing your bottom of the well is Way of the Hero, and bottom of the well and the Song of Storm.
Oh, this seed is stupid.
I think PKR will breathe a sigh of relief getting that market Way of the Hero, not having to worry about your whole 1 in 32 or potentially being baited on a Way of the Hero.
Magic could be nothing. That's always the problem with items that have a duplicate somewhere, right?
Yeah. We could see a random strength somewhere else for PKR.
Like a sigh of relief, like a mirror shield. Right? You're like, oh, that's like you're instantly like, oh yeah, okay, that's what Phil said. But with a magic, like maybe. That was in the back of your head. It's like, oh well, probably yes, but maybe no.
And there is the whole clear your Way of the Heroes thing, but technically, it's at that point once the criteria to be Way of the Hero is filled, it's no more likely than any other spot. But
I reject that like wisdom between quotation marks. I say clear your Way of the Heroes response.
Right.
Don't just always use your mind.
So, we haven't seen any hover boots yet. I do like to see early hover boots. We get a lot more interesting routing and execution options available to us with hover.
Do. I mean, if it's here, we won't be seeing it for a while yet, because these runners will not be finding one anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
They're just treading basically over each other's ground right now. They're just kind of doing things in reverse, like, one went child, other went adult, but they're now doing the same thing.
So, where was that boomerang again? I've already forgotten.
Wasn't it?
Oh, Goron City.
Close.
Which, Fanta not having bombs yet, definitely not enough chews to do it. We might not see for a while.
He has enough chews to clear.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking like he will.
Yeah, I think you can finish this out. PKR does teleport out.
That bow might elude her for quite a while longer. Hopefully she finds another one. Otherwise, she might be coming up on a bit of a dead end, starting Forest Temple.
Yeah.
Of course, there are names, so that's always a safety net you have.
Mm-hmm. As we
But if
are
they're both
going Child Spirit on PKRs.
Looking like it. A risky play, but I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess
you do it, so you might as well check it. You have everything you need to check it.
Right. Last thing you want to do is, go over there finally as an adult. You finally get your strength 2. You go and you just get key locked, or the boss key is on that side.
Yeah. Well, that's how PK must be thinking too. She's like, I still don't have a bow. I still don't have strength. I have a hook shot, but I can't really do anything with it.
I do like the little shield change there. There's a lot of these little fire bats in the next room. The last thing you need is to lose your shield, have to go buy another one.
Just snipe them. Easy.
Yeah, the alternative option is to just get good, but no, I guess let's do that one. That's a fast way of doing that room. Just holding up a bomb, running in there, and taking them out.
Yep. Bit worried about that stick for a moment, but it's okay.
So, especially with the double defense, I would be a little surprised to see any deaths this seed, right? We've got our Goron's Tunics and all that shenanigans.
Yeah, deaths are probably not gonna occur much this seed, if at all.
As our first chest is just
Jump. I mean, even if there's nothing here, it's still like a nice, like, how do you put it? Like a nice piece of heart, right? You just oh yeah, there's nothing here. I don't have to worry. Peace of mind. That's what.
Yep, you'll be all set up for coming here next time. If you can proceed too, you could even get some Skulltulas a little earlier.
More nuts though.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a little nut.
Big nut. Taste it.
Grab the token through the wall. Why not, right?
What do you think? What do you think Deku nuts taste like? Do you think they roast them and stuff and like eat them?
Yeah, I assume they're just like, as a kid, I was always like pistachios, right? And they're kind of
yeah, they kind of look like
just like a big meaty pistachio, right? Oh, sign me up.
I'll eat the Deku nuts children. The Deku trees children. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so like do like Deku scrubs grow out of Deku nuts? Too?
What about Deku Babas? I mean, they dropped them.
Yeah, like...
and they're made of Deku Babas, just the children of the Deku tree, and you kill them. Just genociding against children in this game. Ridiculous.
Ooh. We don't quite have the Deku the full biography or history on them. Nintendo hasn't released that lore book yet. Maybe we can pressure them into giving us all the lore of the Deku nuts, sprouts,
or maybe a Deku nut cookbook, like 100 recipes involving Deku nuts. I would be up for that. And you can just substitute the walnuts, that's how you can make them in real life.
Yeah. Always fun little, I don't know, all those little like flavorful cookbooks I love looking at. I never make anything out of, but I don't know, they're just fun little things.
Give us a break, chat. It's Forest Temple. What do you want us to talk about?
As PKR turns in the Keaton mask, are we going to grab the skull mask right here? It looks like
good. It does look pretty. I mean, she likes the bunny hood, so she's setting up for it. She will be getting a strength. Like I said, I couldn't imagine her missing out that one for long with the bow. I'm very.
What PKR could end up kicking herself on is if she goes over to GTG, right, and does the little check with the bomb shoe to see what's on that crate and sees the bow there, right? And...
yeah, without a pair of hover boots, you're not gonna get that.
We do have one check here that Fanta hasn't done, which is the little Din's Fairy.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have a bomb back, so let's get those hints too. Okay, one of the once again. It's the second time.
Has Fanta gotten either of the way of the hero bottom of the well? Yeah.
All the way of the heroines.
Right, there was one in Sacred Forest Meadow, I think. So.
PKR has been playing hints a lot. I'm curious if you will pick up the other hint.
That hint, I think that's a good one. Neither of our runners, well, obviously Fanta be a little slow right now, have checked the Medigoron hint.
True.
Well, Goron City. That one loves to hide some important knowledge.
Well, Fanta does not know about the OT hint, just only PKR has.
As there's another slingshot. In case 30 sling bullets there weren't enough.
You shoot 40 times out of the 2 times you probably will shoot. 3, sorry, you need to hit the target 3 times.
Just in case your aim is a little off today.
Yeah, just in case.
Shots for you. She's clearing out.
You don't even need anymore, you just spray and pray until you hit it 3 times. You have enough bullets. Are doing rich shirts. I don't think did Fanta do this? I don't think the daytime was good for him when he did this, so I don't think he has done this yet.
Right. So we know we've got a magic which could be Way of the Hero.
Anyway. All right. Well, we're back to PKR not having done any PKR going back to doing things that. Oh wait, no, she's gonna do Denpei.
Yeah.
She set up there for that as well. That's very, very clever. Very clever.
Very good routing there to go check the Din's Ferry.
Oh, sure.
So we haven't seen Dampa yet.
This could. Wait, have we not seen? I feel like we.
Did we? I just say things sometimes, and I just hope nobody calls me out on it. I'm just.
All right. Back to talking about bullshit.
Right.
All right. So we had the deck out, but I'm. This is another thing I've been thinking. Like, so the Zoras are basically fish people, right?
Right.
Could you eat Zora? Would it be tasty? Like, would the tail taste good?
I think you could cook up a mean Zora, to be honest. I don't know how much. I don't know if you could cook anybody and they'd taste good. I'm not getting into that.
Me neither. So I have been told that human beings do not eat are very particularly tasty, but I haven't checked.
I suppose, and like Zora eat other fish, right? Which
is it cannibalism? I mean, Zoras are not human beings, so
that's true. Like they're not necessarily fish. Like we eat other mammals. We're not cannibals, so I guess it's...
No, Jabu does eat Zora. I mean, he eats Princess Rudo. He eats us as well.
That's true. Listen, Jabu just doesn't care. Jabu like, I think they're a little misled on what Jabu is capable. They just started worshiping this fish, and
they're afraid of him. They're worshiping him because they're afraid of him. He's like the big fish fight for the small fish.
Like, let's be honest, Zora's Fountain is not a big enough place for a fish that size. There's a reason he's dead when you're an adult. It wasn't... Ganon didn't kill him. He just doesn't fit in that little tank.
I'm sorry, but how big is Jabu on the inside? What's going on with that? He's massive. Anyway, strength 4 PKR, so that's good for her.
Alright, she's just missing that bow. Fanta doing Forest here without Ferrora's Win. Again, that's a small time or without the magic to use Ferrora's Win, which would be good. So PKR can save a tiny bit of time there whenever she gets the bow.
And now obviously for the ultimate combination. What about, Zora's tail grilled with roasted Deku Nut?
Oh, that sounds like a great holiday dinner right there.
Maybe like the leaf of a bomb flower and like served in the shell of whatever the Gorons have on their. Oh, that'd be like the Hyrule like high class. I bet that's what the royal family.
Listen, we're coming up on lunchtime in a little bit, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it the rest of this cast. That's all I'm saying. That's a tasty little treat there. Although, I'll take all of that over a Goron's diet consisting of rocks.
Rocks.
Which is also weird. In the Fire Temple, when they're all enslaved, they're all in like rock prisons, right? Like, can they eat their way out? Right?
Yeah. But you might be right. Maybe if you just sear them in the pan for a while, maybe they go soft or something, or maybe they become crunchy.
Yeah. Do we get what kind of rock do they eat? Are there different flavored rocks? Is there rock or rock, right?
If Nintendo would make like a cookbook, like it would be like obviously no Zoras would be in there. But maybe as an alternative, I should make like the morally like ignorant cookbook of Hyrule.
Like Ganon's Guide to
the ethically irresponsible cookbook.
Hey, there's a Hylian shield, which it'll do nothing for you at this point. I don't know what to say about it. So, where next for PKR? She still is missing that bow, which it's that bow that puts so much. Everything looks so great with that bow.
Yeah, for PKR right now, I think the most obvious choice is to go into Water Temple. You have Iron Boots, you have Hook Shot, you have a Strength even, so you can push the block around. So you have quite a few. You can get pretty far into Water Temple now. Ooh, Mirror Shield.
Mirror Shield and Fire. That's nice. Not gonna give us anything yet. We get one more Strength, and that's a done dungeon.
Yeah. So that's good. That's very good pickup for PKR. I mean, she just keeps clearing Child, and I imagine she'll go Water. I can't really see what else she would. She has no letters. Jabu's out of it.
Now she hasn't done Kid like Hylia either.
Mm-hmm. She could go Domain. That's definitely not what she has.
Set up. You can set up Scarecrow Song for your adult. You have a Hook Shot, so you can go do the 2 adult checks eventually.
Yeah.
As,
Tree. You can even go in Lake Hylia is Wave the Hero.
right. That's true. I don't know how long you want to sleep on that one.
In PK position, not much. You don't have that many options, and you're gonna go there anyway if you want to go to Water Town. I can definitely see her going there. So,
right. What do you think? Yeah, how does PKR get through Gerudo Valley to Lake Hylia here? Do we know where the kid spawn is yet?
No, I don't think we've actually seen that.
And with warp songs like these, he needs to.
True, yeah. Safe warp where? Oh, well, there. I think we're about to see it. Speaking of the devil.
Okay, it is Kokiri Forest, I guess. I missed it. You know, don't worry. You can always count on me to miss the important things, chat. She just takes a stroll out. Do you just run backwards all the way over from here? Which, you know, it's good to, you know, running backwards is a decent workout. It works out a few different muscles. So, you know, just doing the full workout today as a kid.
I tried putting this into practice once, and I tried back walking to the store to get there quicker, but it was a lot slower. I gotta be honest with you. I kind of bumped into things as well. So
you just need to, make sure you have your camera set right, so you can do the back run where the camera's still like looking in the direction you're running.
Bump into things. I mean, I don't have a camera. I have eyes. You know, it's just how it is.
Oh, you're one of those with the eyes and not the camera. Okay, I got you.
Oh, is that why you couldn't read us? Is your camera not working at 24 frames per second? Anyway, I tried backward, but it's super slow. The game is not realistic. I gotta be honest with you. Kind of broke my immersion.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, immersion ruined.
Yeah,
like, they need to remake this game with proper
it's
physics.
a realistic game, right? But the back walking, so on.
Yeah, like I've been trying to clip through some doors to like get through, you know, like get to work earlier, do my morning routine a little faster, and it just
it
doesn't work in real life.
On that point, right? Like I tried to get into the store at night once because I wanted something to eat, but I tried humming the Song of Time, but the door didn't open. I was very confused. I even brought 3 stones with me that I found on the floor, but nah, it didn't work.
And what is I swear I saw a while ago? There's something with the hook shot where apparently, if the hook shot were real, it would just like rip Link's arm off.
Yeah, either that or you would just fall down to the ground. Yes.
Yeah, you would drag your face across the ground.
Like you would just drag over the floor. Like the gravity would definitely pull you down.
This sounds miserable. I don't want that. So PKR finishing out South Hyrule. Do we go through?
I imagine she will.
I
can't see her skipping it.
I guess then the question is, do you keep going? Or do you just go become an adult, as that opens up so many adult chests?
No, for sure no, because Heidi has Wave the Hero. She's going to check fish.
I keep forgetting about that, like Hylia. One, I always forget it just exists, and 2, I keep forgetting it's Way of the Hero.
Yeah, we're definitely going to Gerudo Valley. Alright, so she's dodging a bullet here for sure.
Alright, so that was Fanta's big advantage right now. PKR's advantage is that bomb bag, which also led to Magic being on Bombchu Bowling in Hyrule Market.
Right, Fanta still hasn't gotten that bomb bag, to be clear. Like, he could easily go get it anytime he wants, but he hasn't yet.
Which, under normal things, especially with a wallet, and having access to the Bombchu shop, like, unless there is something on one of those bomb-specific required things, which just happens to be Bombchu Bowling, you don't, he could see, like, alright, not having a bomb bag, that's fine. I can keep going like I have one and just stock up on shoes.
Yeah. Also, I still don't think that Fanta has the OT hint, so I mean, he has no idea that this is all done yet. Not that it really matters that much right now, but I mean, he'll find out soon enough, no doubt. But
right. At this point, what could be in the well that our runners could potentially skip? Is it something just like Golden Tail for Lab Dive that they can do with Iron Boots? Is that it? Is that the only potential bait?
I think Kokiri Sword is the most likely option for what is there.
You're right.
I don't think anything else is really likely. I mean, consider Shadow Temple. We're missing Hover Boots, so that could be in there. For Java, we're missing Leather. That could be in there. For Forest, we're missing nothing. For Deku, we're missing Kokiri Sword. So that's really our options. Could be a strength 3 for Light Trial. I mean...
Oh, that's always fun.
Wouldn't put it past this seed at this point. I mean, all the things that are unlikely to happen have happened at this point, so why not one more? At this point, all I need to have is like a seed that just places the items in all the vanilla locations. I mean, the chances of that are like insanely low, but I mean, I want to see it happen one day. Where just everything is pretty much in their vanilla locations where possible.
That'd be an interesting, like a Freaky Friday race where we make a hell.
You can't tell anybody about it, though.
Right, and it'll just come down to runners being like, wait, this is just vanilla locations, and then like,
at some point, yo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, still no 4th Wave of the Hero. I'm starting to wonder if it's double Well Wave of the Hero. Actually. Ooh, Fanta putting off that really, really nice one-cycle Phantom Ganon. That's not an easy trick to pull off.
No. The amount of times I've seen that actually pulled off, like, right away, low. But Fanta's execution, on point today.
Definitely on point. I mean, the only person I've only seen do that reliably is Arthur, right? Like, Arthur is a really good mechanical play. I know he does that pretty much every single time, but aside from that, you don't see it that often, especially not in the bracket. That was very quick.
As we are up to 3 medallions at the 54-minute mark.
Yeah, that's right.
So we do have Ganon's Castle does open up after getting 2 medallions, which our runners have, but they kind of want to hold out. You don't want to jump in there too early, right? You don't want to make a lot of...
You don't want to go too early, you don't want to go too late. It's always a delicate balancing act.
It's one of the more dynamic aspects of this race. It's just one of those locations that opens up, but, you know, obviously if you have strength 3, you just make your way over there.
Dynamic is what the word I was looking for. Awkward is the one I would use for him, to be honest. I think that Ganon's Castle is just an awkward location.
Yeah, it's
kind of like that friend you know you have to talk to, but you really wouldn't want to. But at the same time, you don't want to like break off contact entirely because you know.
Yeah, you like message them every now and then. Maybe there's like a hangout.
Because once you message them, they just go on about their relationship's trouble, and you're like, "Oh no, what did I do?" And like before you know it, it's 2 hours later, and they're still sending you text messages.
And you know, if you actually gave them advice, they wouldn't, like, they have to solve it themselves. They wouldn't listen to you regardless. So you're just like trying to be a good person and like listen to them. And, yeah,
exactly like.
What? PKR? You know, we had one runner leave Forest Temple. It looks like PKR is gonna like, all right, thanks for clearing it out. I'm gonna go in through next. Take a turn. Very polite.
Revolving doors. They can't be in the same dungeon at the same time.
Now that would be an interesting setting where, you know, you go to enter a dungeon, it's like, sorry, the other runner is in here right now. You have to wait.
Yeah, that would be really interesting, actually.
Like, oh, I'm going to jump in this temple early just to hope I can beat him out.
You could just block someone from, like, doing something forever. You could just sit in there, like, just AFKing inside Forest.
Yeah, you find, like, Din's Fire for Medallion Shadow in there.
You're like, I'm just never going to move.
I feel so far behind. We're gonna stall this race out. So Fanta does know Market is on the way of the hero, so he's definitely not gonna skip the big Poe here.
Pink heroes. Well, you might head down to Lake Hylia, check those Wave the Heroes.
Right.
I agree with that decision, but you might also head over to GTG right now. To post that kind of stuff, and you do have that Wave the Hero market still. Magic might not be it.
And for PKR, she does have the Furrow's Wind, so something like jumping into GTG, doing a bunch of checks there, and it's like you can always come back, pretty much free of charge.
Doesn't matter, or Water Temple matter. Maybe even more likely since we don't have Serenade.
Right. And it is one of, you know you're probably going to have to beat it anyway, so you could just jump in there until you find the boss key. You can do nearly every check in there.
And it's on the way to Lake Hylia Wave the Hero, which we're about to see what's in here, actually.
Unless it's something like that, Shoot the Sun, right? And you gotta watch something magical fly down from the sky for about 5 minutes.
Oh,
Hey!
scale. Okay, wait. Scale?
So we've got a scale.
Could this be Wave the Hero for Lab Dive?
For Lab Dive, which is our like Hylia way of the hero.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Well,
which I cannot check right now, by the way. He has no iron boots.
oh, that's true. He did grab the big toe, but hasn't turned it in yet.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy. Oh,
Hey.
hold on. Never mind.
All right, ignore us, everybody. Maybe it is just that magic way of the hero. You know, I guess magic's kind of important. The other one's just.
We haven't seen Lab Dive at this spot. I wouldn't bet big money. The other scales on chickens.
Yeah. Running through the weeds here, getting some items.
True.
And what is Fanta Scarecrow? All right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right. That's okay. That's all right. I'm more of a down A, repeated kind of person. Left, right. I respect that. I guess. Fine. Whatever.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have a Scarecrow song. I just do whatever I feel like. Always do it. Repeated.
Just a little improv. Hey,
Oh, wow, okay. They really got loaded, apparently.
yeah, you know, we
So
heard us
at
talking about the hover boots. They're like, we're just gonna put everything in here.
this point, a Kokiri sword could be literally the only thing in Ball of the Well, or it's not Way of the Hero.
Right.
Like, the options are running very low for Way of the Hero at this point.
Yeah, I don't know.
Rangus and Goron Mace. We are literally a Kokiri sword from Goma. And a long shot. But long shot cannot be in the well.
Mm-hmm.
And long shot might not even be necessary if well has nothing.
Right. Fanta's stream is just going to take a little breather, right? We've been, remember everybody? We are about an hour in. Make sure you get up, you stretch a little bit, take a little bit, take care of yourself, get some water.
Fanta's stream, you know, machines need a break too. It's been working very hard streaming the pixels to us for like an hour. Now it needs to take a little breather. It's like, okay, hold on, give me a minute. Actually, okay, so since we're looking at Forest Temple, we already know what's it. I've been studying Japanese for the last 3 weeks, and I learned this fascinating thing. But in Japan, apparently, the ATM machines turn off at night.
Really?
Yeah, they're only open from 9 in the morning till 5 in the evening. Because clearly the machines need to be turned off from being a machine, so they can machine again the next morning.
Yeah, it's only fitting that they get like normal business hours.
They have better working hours than most Japanese people do. It's so sad. Why is it like that? What a weird country.
Well, when Skynet activates and starts to take us all over, I'm sure they'll look at Japan favorably when our robot overlords.
They'll be lenient. They're like, Japan treated the machines well. Anyway,
Fanta is running to Ganons.
Yeah, sure is.
I guess not having that bomb bag maybe leading to Ganons instead of over to GTG. Maybe trying to stay in logic a little more.
Always wondered, does Megaton Hammer have a nuclear connotation in Japan? Oh, that's a good question. I think Megaton just refers to the fact that it weighs a ton, that it's very heavy. I don't know how it's written in Japanese. I imagine they write it with katakana, like just like Megatonu Hammer or something like that. Because most items in the game do that, I think. I don't know. I would have to look it up.
Yeah, that's a question right there.
It really is.
Email all of your questions to Nintendo support. I'm sure they'd appreciate them. No. As we are seeing some Furrows win strats on PKR's side.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure the exact time save, but it'll be a save.
Right. So I was correct. I just looked it up. It is actually written as Megaton Hammer in katakana. So it's literally the same way as it is written in English. I couldn't tell you if there's any cultural reason for it. It's not obvious on the name, at least.
Yeah.
I don't think so, though. I just think it's like it weighs a megaton.
Oh, there was a second bow in the water trials here.
Oh wait, no, there's an N in there. No, you're right.
We do get a strength upgrade in the water trial, though. We are at Silver Gauntlets now on Fanta side. You can see that Spirit Temple play any second. And we do know Child side has nothing, unless you really want the nut upgrade.
It is literally called Megaton Hanma with an N. That's weird. Oh, Hanmu, sorry. What a weird name.
Oh, right. Also, PKR does have Iron Boots, which is going to let us sort of grab this chest a little quicker. Just a random little oddity in this game. If normally you're not supposed to be able to open chests underwater, but if you hook shot them and grab the chest real fast, it'll let you do it. It's like, all right, that was kind of cool. You can open it now. So, I do wonder when we'll see the Ganon's Castle play by PKR. We know another strength upgrade's there, which will which would make a GTG play a little more efficient. It also, especially for PKR, let you finish Spirit Temple, which is going to have to be done.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just kind of running into items in the dungeons, and it's something like Ice Caverns and GTG just don't actually have anything, because we're not too far from Go mode.
As for who's ahead right now, Lonely Mikic, it's really rough to tell. I think Fanta is slightly ahead in terms of checks done, but on the other hand, PKR has done a lot more bomb block checks. I think they're pretty much equal at this point. I really don't think you can say one's ahead over the other.
Yeah, it's so hard to call.
It really depends on where this Ganon's Castle play is going to pay off, and if it's something big or not. If it's something big and PKR never checks it, then Fanta as well will be ahead, but at this point, there isn't really much left that they can find. Longshot is really the only item left, unless this is just logical AD, in which case we might find the Key Sword. But at this point, it's looking pretty likely the Key Sword is in the well. We don't know for sure.
Right, and
could be AD. Possible.
You get a little different variations. If it's something like Fanta heads over to Spirit Temple to do that, and of course the boss key is in the Firelock chest. That's gonna take a while. But he is headed back to the Temple of Time, though. As PKR picks up her shiny mirror shield. Fanta is going to be a kid first here. So, a little curious. I guess, we don't have the boomerang yet for Fanta as well. I keep forgetting about that. Because that does, give us Jabu.
Yeah, I mean, he has to do it anyway, so why wouldn't he go do it right now, right? More checks, it's progression. Should always prioritize, so why wouldn't he?
Which, if he hits up the river right now, that would be great.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
As we're just continuing our way through the Forest Temple on PKR side. Yep, Fanta grabbing the dog. All dogs got to be brought home today.
For sure. I mean, you gotta wonder, what is Hyrule Town's dog problem? There's a fucking army of dogs on the town square. If I lived near the town square, I would be filing complaints, because I would just go nuts. They're barking all the time.
Yeah, unless they're really friendly dogs, you can just go hang out with them, right?
Well, even if they're friendly, they're barking constantly, super annoying.
How do you sleep?
You don't. No wonder the lady at the Bombchu bowling alley, she's falling asleep constantly. She's just not getting any sleep during the night.
Yeah, that place is open 24/7. She's exhausted. She needs those ATM hours where you just get that 9 to 5. Fanta also buying bomb shoes, which
Yeah.
always the right call here. It's not really a surprise that Hyrule got taken over by Ganon. If they can't even take care of their dog problem.
And who owns all of these dogs? Are there just strays? Are there that many strays in that small town? That's insane. Literally every single person in Market Town could adopt a dog and there would still be dogs left, I'm pretty sure. I mean, like what, 10 people?
It's quite the small market, but I think they could, they just all let their dogs play together at night, I guess. Maybe, you know, we don't get to see it inside a lot of buildings. Maybe nobody actually spends the night in the market. Maybe they all head back to Kakariko or something.
Maybe the whole place is just a facade, like, you know, like in those Hollywood movies, like in those westerns. Like, there's nothing behind the actual, like, front of the building. It's just all pretend.
It's just like Truman Show, but for Link. Like, everybody keeps telling him, like, yeah, it's a real market, so there's a lot of people. Let this kid...
Ganon is real.
yeah, just keep going around. Like, you're doing great.
Oh, golden gauntlets for Fanta.
Oh, right after... Well, I guess this was strength locked by when he got his strength 2.
Wait, sorry. That's silver then.
What was that?
I think it's just silver. Wait, no, it is gold. It has to be. He's in here.
He got strength 2 in Ganon's castle, and then used that strength 2 to get strength 3. So maybe we'll be back to Ganon's castle to finish that out sometime.
I imagine. I mean, it's 7 checks like right next to each other.
Which is another thing, not having that magic yet. That might, if PKR had done that play, probably set for his win there.
Yeah, the only advantage PKR right now has is that she has the magic, but I mean, until Fanta finds his bomb bag, which, to be fair, could be a while, because he's just not going to River.
Right. And we knew, like, he did get a scale in Hyrule Market. He knows Hyrule Market's way of the hero. All he's gotten so far is that scale, which he couldn't check lab dive when he was there, so probably not counting on that gold scale being way of the hero yet.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Hard to say. He hasn't checked lab dive, so he doesn't know.
Mm-hmm. So we are just continuing through our respective dungeons. What happened since we were hookshot in underwater chests? Fanta went over to Spirit, found some gold gauntlets. I think that's it. Everything
Pretty much. Yeah.
And the bomb bag was, bombs in a river.
You get more seats for your slingshot.
That's all of our slingshots. Fanta doesn't know it yet, I don't think.
You could just fire it off like a machine gun at this point. It's no problem.
You know, in case you wanted to fight like an Iron Knuckle as a kid with the slingshot, I guess that helps if you just like, I'm just slingshotting everything.
What I'm wondering is at this, why is it so that Link just forgets how to use a slingshot as an adult?
Right.
I never understood that. It's a slingshot. It's not particularly hard to figure out how to use it. That's why kids can operate.
Yeah, and I kind of thought, especially after Majora's Mask comes out, right, and you can use the bow as the kid, I'm like, why could we really need a slingshot and a bow in this game? Could we have just, like, gotten the bow as a kid?
You just have to wonder, does Link get stupider as he gets older? I think he gets to use half the items in his inventory. It's pretty stupid.
I mean, he was in, like, a coma for 7 years.
You gotta imagine the way Link uses the boomerang in this game requires some insane precision. Like, you know, understanding of like aerodynamics and shit. Adult Link can't do that.
As well as like the Deku stick. Why can't he just pull out? Is he too grown up for carrying around a stick? You know, when you're walking around, you see a cool stick, and you're like, I'm gonna walk around.
I'm just saying, even though I'm an adult, I can still like hold things that are that size for a kid. Like,
if anything, you know, you take what? How old is he? 10 as a kid? A 10-year-old's like manual dexterity is nowhere near as developed as like a 17. I think adult Link could use that.
I mean, I can see why child Link can't use a bow. Pulling a bow is hard. I don't know if it's right, but it's intense. It really is.
PKR, leaving Spirit, heading over to Ganon's castle.
No, that's Fanta that's going to Ganon's castle.
Oh yeah, Fanta. You know, we're getting to that point.
We're getting to strength 3.
Hour 12 minutes in, where I just start saying everything wrong. So watch out. Phantom Ganon. Phantom Ganon, I'd say, casually, this is the hardest boss fight. At least, maybe Ganon was harder, but
It is
becoming an adult.
the biggest difficulty spike in the game, I would say.
Yeah,
Like,
he's kind of rolling around.
going from the child bosses to this, I would say, is definitely of a leap.
Like, just give me King Dodongo like 7 times, right? Okay.
Jeez, no.
That's just a
Keep
stroll.
going time. Okay, well, Greg,
Alright, it's good. We always got a free Greg.
another key.
We're,
They both have the OT here. They both know.
mhm.
Logic.
PKR joining the 3 Medallion Club.
Yep.
And headed on over to the graveyard.
So, to do what?
We shall. Is there a skull turn in?
Archery minigame?
Oh, true.
Oh, of course. Checking the grave with your fire sword.
Right.
Makes sense.
So far, it's a lot of nothing. We got a couple checks left here.
It sure is a lot of nothing.
Who doesn't love 5 rupees? But hey, a claim check we're never gonna turn in.
Oh, hammer! Whoa! Well,
Hammer,
then.
PKR.
That's
Great
good.
call. As that's a check for Fanta that, Fanta checking that grave as an adult. You can't do the little stick trick to carry the fire all the way back.
He has no magic either. So that magic could very well be waived the hero for the hammer point.
Right? Because that's more things that the other magic could be hidden behind.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was.
So we do have one more strength 3 check out here. We're running out to see our favorite fairy, who normally gives you those double Ds.
The Yeet Stone.
As Fanta hits 9 Skulltula. This has been a slow Skulltula grind for Fanta a little bit,
Do you think she gives you double defense because she has DDs herself?
Yeah, she just, she got them from so she's like, here, I give you Link. Beautiful double Ds.
She doesn't cut them off, right? Because that would be kind of morbid.
Yeah. That's what do we got? Was this strength 3?
Oh, going back! He is so lucky!
Oh my gosh.
That's huge for him.
There is a bomb bag.
The other one.
We get our 10 Skulltula turn in on PKR's ground. There's our Lens of Truth!
It has to be Kokiri Sword at this point. There's really nothing else we're missing.
Kokiri Sword does hold. So PKR...
It has to be. Nothing else left.
Let's see. PKR can't do Spirit Temple yet, but is gonna go check that Wasteland. Maybe, reverse to GTG, which God, we know now. There's nothing back there.
It has to be Kokiri Sword or Dins. Nothing.
So if PKR is real. Obviously, we don't know where the other strength up. I mean, we know where the other strength upgrade is in Dance Castle, but PKR, not sure yet. If PKR doesn't get Kokiri Sword or Dins through this reverse Wasteland play, this could be a major time sink. Although, Fanta knowing Market is Way of the Hero, I wouldn't be surprised potentially seeing a Market play eventually to go check that one out.
Yeah, he'll check it as soon as he goes check.
As soon as he gets your magic.
On the way to Jabu, he'll get it. There's no doubt he'll miss that one. That won't happen.
We do need a long shot too. That is true. We just know it can't be in the well.
Yeah, true. And I forgot the moments. I didn't mean to say that it's that's the only items we need. I just mean what could be in the well to complete the seed. Longshot's kind of implied at that point.
Mm-hmm. Nothing in the Wasteland. Just a little love for your time. As who doesn't love just rolling? Being able to clear out most all of Spirit. There is that one chest, that one magic locked chest or fire locked chest in the center that Fanta doesn't want to push that Armos around, but who knows?
I'd have to.
Maybe we see it unless we get another magic here.
Unlikely, I think.
Which, yeah,
No, it would break the seed at this point, I think.
I think you'd need something on like the lens game to be the way of the hero, or yeah.
Yeah, it would literally have to be lens game at this point.
Which we always love.
But yeah, no, I love 1 in 32.
Because not only does it have to, you have to get it, it also actually has to be something. Which I'm
Shout out to Ola, who was cheated out of getting 32. Not really cheated out of, but that's you know, who always loves to do 1 in 32 at least once. It's kind of his meme.
It is just one of those plays that doesn't take that long if you're gonna do it once, right? And in the end, it could cost you like 20 seconds, but if you get something big, it could save you. You know, it could save you a little bit of time.
And we are about to do GTG.
So everybody knows the best way to fight people is to make them jump into a torch and just stab the corner.
Yeah, I got into a fight with 2 guys a while ago, and that's exactly what I did. And you know, I'm still alive, and you know,
Yeah.
I can't confirm or deny that they might not be, but it definitely worked.
As Fanta is on, in my opinion, the hardest room in the game if you don't have long shot. Here we go. Climbing up this room. Of course, you know, he's not going to have a problem here.
At this point, there's no...
Just getting knocked off of that wall is a pain. As we are into GTG, we're going to be able to full clear.
I also suspect at this point that Hylia's double wave hero. I think we've seen 3 hints for it.
Ah, we did get Letter in the Bottle and Hovers in there. So it makes sense. Looks like PKR might be... Are we going to check out the right side first? We're setting for ours.
So that suggests probably...
And,
Oh no,
no.
we're leaving.
Leaving.
Sure.
Not an awful call. Oh, we're going to go check out the Hammer Rocks.
Oh, of course. Yeah, sure.
And equipping the bomb. So no bow, which suggests we're just ignoring the archery game for now.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. You can come back and do
archery game. You just need to be on Epona.
Right. Oh, that's true. They just assume, you know, like, yeah, here's your bow. Go at it. I mean, you need it to do it.
Obviously, you also own a bow. I mean, let's be real. If you can afford a horse, you can afford a bow.
So PKR is going to go finish out the Lake Hylia as getting hit by the boulder on the
why
way
would you
down.
have a horse going to the horse archery mini game, and you know, without knowing how to shoot a bow? I mean, they're gonna assume rightfully that you can shoot a bow.
Yeah, or they're like, hey, we just got a quick $20 off of this dude.
Yeah.
But
you don't have a bow? Sorry. Imagine not having a bow, lol, for it. That's your by the way. That's lore.
So here is our diving in the lab check that I feel like most races gets talked about a lot and then turns out to be nothing, right?
Yeah. I feel like that's definitely how you could describe this gym for sure.
So it could be the gold scale check, it could be, and it's like, oh yeah, here's your 5 rupees, be on your way.
Link couldn't afford a horse, but he just downloaded this horse. It's fine.
Oh, some arrows. Alright, well, we've seen everything in Lake Hylia except shooting the sun, which I guess we're beating water eventually, so we will see it someday.
No, he didn't steal a horse. I mean, he plays a song and the horse comes. He never in Zuder he never gets. He has just downloaded the horse.
Yeah, he just plays it, which I know, I'm sure everybody would disagree. I kind of wish you had to do the little horse racing minigame, right?
No. I'm good, thank you.
Check out Fanta's stream real quick, guys. We've got no magic, so we're backflip archery and trick shotting to try and get this torch here.
But it's so painful to watch at the same time.
Oh gosh. Got one.
Oh, did you actually get it? Amazing.
Alright.
I could never do that.
Fanta is doing witchcraft. Yep, This is some MLG Pro shooting. Check
It's
that
not-
on our top 10.
Acrobatics here. I mean, I didn't know Cirque du Soleil was coming to Hyrule, but here we are.
Link's working on his backup plan. You know, if being the hero of time doesn't work out, might have to join Cirque du Soleil. Which, with those hover boots on Kitty Rose's side, will help out those acrobatics.
Will she get the letter though?
Looks like she's heading over for it. Which, gosh, the amount of times in this tournament I've seen somebody find a big item and then just bail on the location. Hurts. Right.
Yeah.
I think it always happens in like Ganon's castle where there's just multiple items there, and
Yeah,
it's like I see the play.
she's getting it. Don't worry. We're good. We're good.
As that Scarecrow song is just that's a whole jumble. 3 different notes. PKR kind of flexing on her musical talent there.
True. Basically, the most out of Hyrule right here.
Sniping that little bird.
Fuck that bird, especially, by the way.
Bird's the biggest asshole in this whole game. Ganon could be trying to climb up this ladder and that bird would knock him off.
Of course he would.
So
You think bird discriminates between who climbs up the ladder? In fact, it's a little known fact, but the bird will hit the ladder even if there's no one on there. Just fight the ladder.
So PKR is going to go into Water Temple and potentially Furrow's Wind out.
I think
back
that's yeah. She's just checking probably where Bosky is.
Mm-hmm. As she can now do every check outside of Morpho.
Yep, exactly. On Fanta, there we go. Very good.
Nice hook shot.
Sure is.
So it's Bennett time. It's Bennett time in spirit for Fanta, I'm sure. Gosh, I wouldn't be surprised if Fanta goes to market right after this and ends up getting magic and just kind of getting a little frustrated. But
need the magic, so he definitely will.
You don't have a lot left. Honestly, being in a situation where you don't have a lot of items left to go into go mode and having still a couple Way of the Heroes open, it's gotta feel at least nice to have some sort of direction in this scheme.
All these people here talking about the C stakes, but chat, the real heroes use C buttons on Nintendo 64. It's how the game was meant to be played,
Mm-hmm. As we have our favorite boss fight. By favorite, I mean probably least favorite for a lot of runners. Twin Rova here.
It's my favorite fight in the game, but definitely not for round.
Yeah, it's very interesting where there are some things casually that are pretty cool, right? And then, but as rando, it's awful. Like, Forest Temple is just casually. I think it's kind of a fun, put together dungeon. I hate the music in it, but
anyway, this is one hell of a good Twin Rova so far.
Yeah, this is about all you could hope for. As here we go. Is this our last shot here?
Great art.
Healed up just in time.
That was close. I'm gonna have to call the referee for that one because that looked like it was a hit to me, to be honest.
Yeah, we're gonna need an instant replay on that one.
Yeah,
we might have a fine coming in on Fantasine.
Impa looks like she would be a referee. Oh, there's Bosky. Very nice and early. Not using for words wins.
Oh, we're gonna go do Fire Temple. We've got the hammer. Why not jump in there?
Yeah, why do GG? I mean, if you don't know you need it, why even do it, right? Like, there's so much other things she can do. But she has for words wins it there, so it's really good routing, honestly.
Right, like she could just she could even hold on to that. I don't, because you also want to place it in Ganon's, right? So I'm curious to see if having it there, if after Fire, if you go jump in Ganon's and then Furrow's Wind out, or if you Furrow's Wind, like what's the priority here? Right?
Nice, very nice. More Twin Rova fights here for fans. Very quick.
Beautiful. Chip, it's still a little hard to say.
It really is, yeah. It really could go one way or another.
Fanta is missing the iron boots that were in Sora's River. Yeah, hasn't it? He's got Gold Scale. Who needs Iron Boots to do this?
Yeah, but also the even he didn't. Oh yeah, you would say Iron Boots. Never mind. But yeah, it's very easy to get to. Yeah, but you definitely don't need the Iron Boots in the sea with Gold Scale.
Unless there is something like, well, I guess unless Long Shot is locked behind like Central Pillar or something. But you know, I think as commentators we love to just talk about worst case scenarios, and then it usually ends up.
Yeah, I love talking about worst case. Sure.
PKR is taking out the little flare dancers here, which, for whatever reason, take more damage from the Master Sword than the Viggoron Sword. Only other enemy being Ganon.
But then the what's her name? Volvagia doesn't. That's what confuses me. Like, okay, fine. The flare dancers take extra damage. I can understand that. They're evil. But Twin Robot is not evil, so eating Gorons is not a bad thing. Okay, fine. Whatever your logic is, game.
No, yeah, equal amounts of evil between the flare dancers and
Ganondorf. Ganondorf, flare, that's a big one or the other. It's pretty much the same thing.
So, I have to imagine Fanta, when eventually getting back to the market, getting the magic, will check the Composer's Grave and get the hammer there. But again, that delay on the magic has been PKR's sort of saving grace. I guess PKR getting the magic early has been her saving grace.
I would say the Kingdom. Give her more than a... Magic really hasn't come into use yet in the seed, other than getting Megaton Hammer. Fanta will be getting that pretty much immediately after Magic, so I don't think it's really going to make a big difference for him.
Yep. But we'll see. Is he gonna go full clear GTG now? Right?
You might.
Which, you know, maybe there's something there. It's one of our most dense locations. He doesn't have the boomerang yet, so there's no, like, you know, he's like, well, I don't want to go do Jabu. Or I don't want to go all the way over there just to open it up and then do, like, ice caverns. It's all...
Yeah, what you can say for PKR's position right now is that she has a lot more clarity on what to do next. Like, for Fanta, there's still a lot of, like, question marks as to where things are. For PKR, it's pretty obvious at this point. It's AD, you gotta do everything. Get going.
Which, I mean, we know Bottom of the Well is Way of the Hero, so I think it'd be only fitting if we got all dungeons, we might as well throw one thing in, like, GTG or in the Ice Caverns, right? Just kind of make.
Well, you mean to say Skull Mask and Chickens to Quiet isn't enough for you yet?
Oh no, I need everything. I need, like, Last Chest and Ice Caverns, or something like Sunsong Grave, right? Get something in there. As although what's really how many items that we don't know are left? There's the Kokiri sword, which is
Din's Fire,
Din's Fire, and so Din's Fire and Longshot could be almost anywhere.
Din's and Kokiri's could be in and Longshot has to be anywhere. Can't get to there without the Longshot either way, so.
Alright, maybe we get some good old, like, highest Goron long shot action, where it just kind of really just throws the seed up for grabs. Fanta stabbing these Stalfos, which... Gosh, you just love when they jump back at you, right?
Yeah, it's the best thing.
Even better think they got the upper hand. They're like, I got the high ground here. I'm just gonna jump. Got this great 2 heart damage jumping attack. He's not gonna. Oh, he poked me out.
I think this is real progression that Zudur players go through, where initially they hate the Iron Knuckles the most until they learn the weak spot. Then you learn how to deal with the Stalfos, and then lastly, you learn the true nemesis of this game, which is the fucking Lizalfos. Fuck those guys. Seriously, they're so annoying. Those are the real issue in this game.
That's true. I hate their little invulnerability they get when they're jumping around. They're little, I don't know. But when you see a runner absolutely destroy the Lizalfos, is one of the most satisfying things.
It is, yeah. Especially if they're like a big Goron and just they spin up and then bam, they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
So
just
satisfying.
Like this room that Fanta's in, stabbing all these wolves in the butt here. Just like, get out of there.
But it's just fun because like when you're new to Zuda, you probably think the Lizalfos are the least annoying, and then followed by the Stalfos and then the Iron Knuckles. But like you'll soon learn the truth.
Which also a weird thing in this game you learn when you're doing randomizer. There isn't a whole lot you actually have to fight in this game.
No, you can't
compare to
most combats, yeah.
Compared to previous Zeldas, like most of it, you just kind of run around. And I think happened in a lot of 3D games when I'm going from 2D to 3D. There was like, yeah, we're not sure what to do with the space, so we throw some enemies in there, and then
these were like they were just trying things out back then, and they were like, well, I guess.
The like-likes are my least. I never know when these things are vulnerable. Like, you hit them and it's just, your attacks ping off of them.
No, forget that. It's just disgusting. That's the only reason I
gosh.
Sound they make.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, I don't want that. I just turn it off. So much unsettling stuff in this game. The re-dead mummies, absolutely terrifying when I think we all played this game.
Oh, the re-deads, yeah. Oh. I was 7 years old when I first played this, and that shit scared the bejesus out of me. Well, light arrows, we did have to come here, I guess.
Oh, alright.
Paid off, it has paid off.
Well, the big thing, them being strength 2 locked, if PKR comes here too early, might have to make another trip for those light arrows.
And yeah, I don't find a lot to like with the like. It's like on Facebook, right? If you like something, you like it again, you actually unlike it. That's a like. You unlike the like. That's why it's like times 2. You don't.
Oh, I never thought of that. You're unliking your previous like. It's like, yeah, I liked it. It could have been cool, it wasn't. Ice arrows in Fire Temple. You know, that puts Bongo in logic.
Yeah,
now they can fight him.
And you know what? I think one of them, people in chat. Sorry, I missed your name. But I think you're onto something. The Deku-Tree is a true evil. You're just having a nice day, and then now he flies into your room. Imagine. You know, you're waking up. Think of all the things that will start you off on a bad day. You know, your neighbor is hammering something against the wall. There's a drill somewhere. People are making a ruckus outside. Someone that wakes you up. But imagine we were woken up by Navi. Fuck's sake, my entire week would be ruined.
We've got the most annoying NPC ever for you here. Just not even asking to come in. First off, that's incredibly rude. I mean, Link does it too, so we're just running in people's houses. So I guess it kind of deserves it.
It's standard practice in Hyrule. You just walk into people's house and loot their shit. It's fine.
What a world. Also, PKR finding the boss key, but says no. We're going farther into fire.
We're going deeper. We must go further.
You know, I think Din's Fire in Fire Temple makes the most sense, right? Just because, you know, fire and fire.
A call to adventure sounds awful. I do not want to go on it.
I would honestly be upset if I'm just, you know, working, sitting at my computer, doing my job.
You go here.
A fairy flies in, and it's like, wait, you gotta save me.
Like, I really can't be bothered. Can you ask someone?
Yeah, like, who else? Can anybody else sign up? Just, like, hit up the Zooter Discord here and be like, hey, can anybody cover this for me? I'm supposed to save the world.
Also, Strength 2 was in Ganon's Castle, and Strength 3 is in a Spirit Temple locked behind Strength 2.
Mm-hmm. So here's the funnel Pierre check.
Indeed.
Who does? Oh, we're jumping up on the hookshot target.
Is jumping faster than running? I wonder.
This is just one of those questions that I will say we'll never know. And somebody in chat's like, "Hey, listen, we do know. Here's what I'm like.
It brings out the mathematical formula. Well, you see energy times mass.
And PKR taking the, I mean, it's the right call taking that jump. It's just, I get a little nervous every time I see it. Because if you jump up that jump,
that jump
takes one bad day. Just ruin it all. I think if you somehow fail it, you just give up on the rest of the fight. You're just like, I'm gonna go fight the boss at this point.
Forfeit. It's like, okay, I lost.
That's when you just are like, oh, I'm having tech issues. Can we like just do a different race?
Yeah.
Can we pick this up in a few hours? I'm just not feeling it. I think this is one of the more interesting calls by PKR, although also he sort of goes into the whole PKR just being a very thorough runner in clearing out the rest of Fire Temple.
And Toilet is an item by looks of it.
Look at this little setup.
No.
Just a back run right through that. Oh, jump slash in between.
Wow.
This is a wonderful little
And
room.
PKR said on a query that she is. Whoa! Okay.
It's a long shot in light arrows, a GTG.
There is, yeah.
That is so I guess but you need that strength too to get him. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, the light arrows at least.
yeah. So there is a world where PKR learns where the light arrows are on Ganon, which
I mean,
might
yeah.
be too late for the way this race.
At
is
that
going.
point, it might be too late.
Fanta pretty content with that. Still
Yeah,
has some other technically to go do. Oh, he's just gonna run over to start.
he has gold scale. Why wouldn't?
Right, you got gold scale, and we know he can get the boss key.
Yeah, he can clear. He can. Well, not clear.
Not
But
in
he can
that.
finish what it's.
Yeah, you can get the boss key. We know the who knows what's on Central Pillar, and I wouldn't be surprised if we never know.
I mean, Fanta. I mean, he has the gold scale. He has the gold gauntlets. All he needs now is the gold medal.
Triforce also a little gold. Doesn't have gold in the name though, so it doesn't really match.
Yeah, but he has
Also-
one on his hand. He doesn't know it though.
So not going to Zora's River actually kind of gonna pay off here for Fanta, right? We had a bomb bag, our first available bomb bag, and then the iron boots there. This has been a wild race so far.
It really has. All right, here we go. Lost check from Fire Temple.
Which, especially with what Fanta has, Fanta I don't think is going to be going all the way.
No, I don't think so. Oh,
Is a small key.
there is something on Volvagia though. That's what are we?
Are we just going to jump down to fight the
Wow.
boss here?
How vanilla?
It's not every day we get to see a vanilla entrance here.
Really isn't.
So, nothing deep fire.
Nope.
A lot of times these races can come down to just you go somewhere
Yeah,
that wasn't necessary.
definitely a risky play by PKR, and unfortunately not one that paid off for her.
It's always the interesting thing for these races, right? Where it's a risky play to be more thorough here, right?
It really is. Yeah.
Way. Especially with Boleros, you can get back earlier.
Early on, you can definitely make an argument for doing thorough plays, but I think the longer the seed goes on, the less you can support.
Right. A lot of times we just see very consistent, thorough starts, and then the routing gets a little erratic where you might have some metagame plays coming in.
Yep.
Maybe that's what PKR is thinking. Maybe PKR is like, I gotta make a move here.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
gonna go-
probably counting on Fanta skipping it. I wouldn't be surprised. And yeah, but at this point we can pretty much confirm it. It's just AD. There's really no question about it anymore at this point. The options are off. There's no more alternatives at this point.
As that magic train, Fanta gets the magic, can go get his hammer after.
Vacha, why? What are you doing? Why are you flying? Wow, that's some great aim by PK right there.
Honestly, incredibly impressive. Aiming in this game, I didn't know until eventually, got into randomizer, got back to playing this. It's really hard to aim in this game. You're used to your shooters today, where you just 360 no scoping.
Yeah, your aim assist. Aim assist? Come on, not on a Nintendo 64. That's for casual. They're right. Games were harder back in the day.
Like, getting 3 arrow shots there. Oh,
Yeah.
Really good recovery by PKR. So we got 1 item left here on our favorite Fiery Serpent, who, honestly, she flies around pretty slow when you think about it. I'd be a little let down if it's like, yeah, you could fly, but people could probably walk the same speed you fly. So.
Oh, a fish.
You know, we gotta do
That
Jabu.
one is already cooked.
Right. Right on the little lava. Nice cooked fish for Jabu.
Yum. Yeah. Put it in Jabu's mouth. He's like, thanks for cooking it.
As PKR's got some options here. Do we go back to Spirit? We can go to Jabu eventually. Where to next? We're rolling out. I guess, yep, gonna finish out the crater here with that hammer.
Yep, looks like.
This crater fairy that you're always thinking about the crater fairy, and there's never anything there, but you know,
There's never anything there, yeah. It's like the most useless check in the game. Well, okay, Fanta's doing that trick. See if it works.
This is a bit of a tight one, is he?
He's got it. No problem.
Squeaking right through.
He's still going, even though he can just...
Yeah, are we full clear in water? Is this his play?
Still looking for that boomerang. That's
Right.
Fire, Megaton. I mean, he's still looking for a lot of items. We know where most of them are. He doesn't.
It's one of those great commentator perspective things, right? Where it's like, well, we know where everything is.
Fanta? Oh, okay. I thought Fanta was gonna, race the water, but no.
No. Just taking a look at that, making sure everything's there, making sure we're all set.
Alright, everything's in order. I can move on.
PKR also checking the left side of the maze here. As we are looking to be too fast for the water here for Fanta, just gonna roll in repeatedly.
PKR is just being incredibly thorough. Oh, Fanta. There you go. Just gotta press A fast.
Yeah, it's one of those, I'm sure there's a timing, but just smash away.
A stone of agony hidden behind all the other stones. That's agonizing, isn't it?
Ooh. That's it's very on brand.
Thank you.
Oh, PKR's going to Ganon's. It
Yep.
looks like this is the right play for PKR.
Yeah, she needs the strength too, regardless. Can't finish the seed without it. This really is the World Tour seed at this point. All we need now is Din's Fire and Ice Cavern. We got the whole set.
Oh, are we not? Oh, we're just setting time of day.
For me, we have Winter Heart Piece, we have Green Rupee, we have seen the Stone of Agony, we have seen Ice Arrows. What are you still missing from me? Nothing, right? I think we've got them all.
I think we're good. Oh, PKR, so close. But instead, I'm sure we'll see it soon, especially if PKR is going to do Jabu right now.
Yeah.
It's really not a wrong call.
Potential jets. Sure, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Potential. There was definitely potential for a jet.
This here is one of the funnest boss strats in the game. Putting Morpha in the corner and just laying into her.
Nice executed by Fanta there, getting that untargeted grab on Morpha.
Mm-hmm. That we are checking the lens minigame here, I think.
Think so too.
That's because still no Sun Song, so that's why we run in.
Get your bets in the chat. What's the order, chat?
I'm always a big right, left, right.
I am a team left, but I've learned recently that it's always a trick at the end, so it's left, right.
Well, I'm already on.
Oh, someone very clever saying A. Yeah,
That
it's
is
true.
Yeah.
True. You're not wrong.
Next level strats there.
Oh, I'm looking good though. 2 L's already. Ah, fuck's sake, I'm out.
Alright, so we got left, right.
Make sure if you win, chat, announce yourself in the chat as a win.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone can be a winner. You just have to say you're a winner. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I don't think anybody's gonna if you claim you did it right.
I won't chat. I did it. Left, right. Just
hey. As AAAA, also a winner here.
Also a winner, yeah.
Also known as just all right.
Hey.
Deku Nut at the end, which I think puts us at that magic being the way of the hero.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, it has to be at this point, really.
Right. So, smart save and quit out of here. We're gonna go right over to Zora's domain and go in the big fish.
Yeah, I mean, you got your fish, you got your letter. Why wouldn't you?
That was the game telling you after Fire Temple, go to Jabu now. Here is your fish. Save the little time of catching.
We also finally have our last foolish end, by the way. I'm not sure if you know this, but it's Gerudo Fortress.
Oh, interesting. I completely missed that. That explains why they didn't do the archery horseback archery.
True, yeah. 1000% confirmed. Damn, that's a lot of percent. Very, very confident about that one, but yeah, it has to be at this point because no other way.
As the scale, not way of the hero.
Yeah, you missed the foolish end. I don't know where it was exactly, but it's Gerudo Fortress for the other one.
Okay.
I did.
Fanta's gonna pick up that magic.
Oh yeah. Well, not yet. In a moment.
In a moment. Doesn't want the $50. I don't want my money back.
Doesn't want a refund. No. Oh, well, I do want that though. I'll be taking that. Thank you very much.
So magic is really some kind of drink, right? Like, what?
Yeah,
what
it's alcohol.
like?
It's alcohol. No, you have milk, which is the drink you're allowed to have, and then you have alcohol, which gives you magical powers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the milk is more except milk is like your wine, right? And then the magic.
Hyrule is an abolitionist country, so.
Also, Fanta expertly navigating that menu and not playing.
It's a wine bottle. Yeah, it's a wine jug. It's a jug full of wine. Obviously, have you never seen those old jugs? They used in medieval times to keep wine. I'm not even joking. It's literally a wine.
PKR expertly putting that fish down as early as possible. That's always a...
I wouldn't dare doing that. I would just be afraid of losing the fish. I walk a little further. I'm not taking any risk.
So Fanta running around with a bomb bag now. We are still looking for the boomerang on his side and the Megaton hammer. Which we know that Composer's Grave now with magic. Well, now with magic as an adult, you can go get it. It's been sitting there out of logic for the kid the whole time.
I have to ask. Romani has 2 cows, but I mean, there's a lot of people in Termina. There's no way those 2 cows are producing enough milk for all of Termina. I'm just asking, where are they getting the milk from? Why are the aliens on a farm? What are these aliens looking for? Is it some milk producing machine? Like some kind of like some alchemy stone or something? Like a philosopher's stone? They're just generating milk out of thin air? Is that what it is?
It's this Romani conspiracy.
I
don't know.
Chat.
We're gonna have to answer that in the Majora's Mask randomizer eventually. Where is the milk coming from?
Yeah.
Get your guesses in chat. Where is the milk?
Those guys are gaming chat. Problem solved.
Don't ask this kind of question on the internet. That's probably Don't Google it unless.
Really probably not a good idea. It's not safe for work.
previous cast had the wonderful question of, do Deku nuts grow on Deku sticks? So people were like, let me search nuts and sticks around. I'm like, don't do that one either. So here is the Zora's River play for Fanta. Fanta's gonna see those iron boots, and I wonder what's gonna go through Fanta's head seeing this bomb bag too, right?
The 64 DD made milk too. Oh, there's 64 DDs. There's probably milk in there.
So I think for PKR, after clearing out Jabu, we'll probably see a Ganon's Castle play, right? You turn into an adult, you're right there. It's something to jump in, and you can always Pharaoh's Wind out.
Does make sense, yeah.
Hey, keeping the chicken up top too there.
Damn.
Great move by Fanta.
I usually drop.
Yeah. For me, I'm just happy if the chicken doesn't jump in the water.
Fanta finally going to find that other bomb. You know, the whole reason he even got that scale, went through all that effort to get the scale and never did anything really important with it.
Right.
Soon he'll go. True.
I guess he ended up being able to do water temple.
It didn't really end up mattering for him, but yeah.
Really weird things turning out. We thought, massive advantage for PKR, and was an advantage because that bomb bag did lead to the earlier magic.
I have to ask him in the interview why he decided to get the scale, then do the skull mask, but not check river. I need answers.
That's true. You're right there. I do think this race is still incredibly close.
I would say slightly in the lead, but it's super close.
Fanta did more water. PKR did all of fire.
Fanta has done water. He's also done all of spirit, which is not a super short dungeon there. Fanta now seeing that bomb bag, he's like, okay, game. All right.
Okay.
All right.
There is still there is still a potential Fanta ends up doing a lot of fire, although I doubt it. Once you beat it, you can go to bottom of the well, right?
Just takes no look at that bomb bag just to make sure it actually is a bomb bag.
It's hard to see at night, right?
Did I really see that right? Is it not just a okay, yeah, it really is a bomb bag mistake. We could have had it all this time ago.
So I have for the fourth time this race. Yeah, I keep forgetting about Boomerang being in the Goron City maze. That's another check that, gosh, you got a lot of, you're going to be able to do a few more dense locations. When do you route in the maze, right? Do you do it if you're going to do, I don't know, something like Ice Caverns, you can route in the maze on the way there from a Bolero song warp. But he's, turning in the letter. As this is going to be another age transition for Fanta, needing to turn in the letter. It looks like probably not going to do the maze as a kid. He can get it. I just wonder if he will. Both of our runners seem to know what they're doing. Very little, there's not really much to critique here, right?
Yeah, there really isn't much to say either. I mean, it's just pretty straightforward at this. We're just waiting for the next big item to reveal itself.
PKR playing it a little safe, taking the elevator down there and grabbing a box.
To be honest.
Because that's the thing. Some of these tricks, right, they can save you a few seconds, which, they'll add up over the course of the race, but some of it, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Worth a few seconds, potentially, which you might hit it 9 times out of 10, or even more often than that, but screwing it up is just...
I think I get it from PK. PK already said in an inquiry, right? I don't know. The thing I'm least confident about is my mechanical skills. That probably also adds into her reasoning to, favor just taking a safer. Mm-hmm. And it really has shown, the way she's played in general. She's favor being very thorough, not really much.
No major risks, which I think we found the safer plays have gotten our players farther in this tournament.
Yeah, Season 4 seems to be rewarded, I would say.
I think maybe you get about the end, which we're almost there. You get about at the end, that's when you can just bust out your big risks, right?
Strategy.
Because if you play risky the whole tournament, the odds of the risk, blowing up in your face is gonna, it's probably gonna happen, right?
Yeah, just have an object for that one. Was looking so good in the qualifiers, and then
what happened, though?
Well, it didn't go well.
Oh.
PKR actually being the one bringing down to the losers bracket. If I remember.
Yeah, and with all of these being best of ones, right?
Mm-hmm,
All it takes, potentially one big risk to get you a win or one big loss. That's what you want to play. Sometimes if I can see it, especially if you're not 100% confident in your execution. Maybe you didn't get a good night's sleep. You're just feeling like crap, saying, "I'm just going to take a big routing risk," and you're just going to live or die off of that.
Yeah.
As Jabu had a whole lot of nothing.
Someone interested that Fanta Holy dropped for his wins in Jabu. I can't. Oh wait, he has no boomerang, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's gonna run in, drop it.
See, Fanta does what I would do and just walk just up a little bit further. Why take the risk?
Yeah. They did get a hint on the Stingers room earlier too, so there's no point in running over Fanta doing that. So where next for PKR? Big moment here. Obviously, going straight to GTG, you're gonna have to come back for the light arrows, but you'll get your long shot.
She has to go get his castle first. I think she will. I mean, she has Forest Wind in, so why wouldn't she do Ganon's castle first? At this point, it's kind of looking for that strength. It's kind of blocking her from making any further progress. So I can't imagine her skipping Ganon's castle.
We are heading over, which that long shot will probably head over, finish water potentially after that.
Where are we going? We've done Forest Temple already.
I think we're Ferrero's winding out of here.
Oh no. Oh no. Good. This could be like the thing. This could be the epitaph on the gravestone potentially.
Yeah. Placing it right back down.
This could be bad.
As this is here we go. We're gonna strand those silver block rooms for now, or that silver block room. Which, if there's anything to miss out on, it's kind of the light arrows, right?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Great Lizalfos fight there, just spinning and winning.
Yeah, exemplary work there. That's how you do it.
So, Fanta going into Fire Temple, right? No hammer yet. Which
I get what Chad is saying. It's not that important, but you gotta consider this for a moment. Let's say she finished C, but she has no light arrows because she didn't get them now. Then she goes to Ganon's castle. Ganon's like, they're in GTG, kick W, you gotta go back, and then. She can't set Ferora's win there anymore. Well, she can, but in that case, she can't set Ferora's win in Ganon's castle. So, regardless of what, she's gonna spend some time going back and forth, right?
Yeah, it's
a very good chance she'll clear her her Ferora's win to put it in Ganon's castle, so she can go back after learning where the hint is. In which case, she'll have to travel to GTG, which can take quite a bit of time.
Right. It's not necessarily, it's not the end of the world, but. It's gonna hurt.
The difference, and these seats have been closed in the brackets, and a minute or two can definitely be the deciding factor.
Yeah, there was a race yesterday that may have been within a minute, which it's very easy to, when you look at things like that, to look at the last thing that happened and be like, oh, the reason they lost is this last thing that they lost time on, but
yes, Sergio.
The whole seed that's been going through.
And their strength 3 is locked by strength 2, but you don't need strength 3 in C, so we'll see how it ends up going, but who knows. I'm just saying it's very easy to orphan the light arrows until the end. And PKR, which could be bad.
Yep. Whereas Fanta still needs to find that hammer and boomerang, so there's room for both on both sides to make up ground. getting out of here. That could be a play for Goron City here. We could see his boomerang in just a few moments. And, you know, that Composer's Grave chest, you know, you never want to see it, and I wouldn't ever assume our runners would do it. It's an easy one to forget about, right? Just off on its own, unhinted. Oh, we're going for the last little hint stone in here. For Fanta. So we are back in the toilet. So no need to equip that tunic. I think we can finish the toilet in time, take our little dip. Again, you know, toilet water is largely going to be all right to swim around in, provided nobody's used the toilet yet, or they've flushed it, which seems to be legit so far. Fanta is running out. Gonna check this fairy fountain in Death Mountain Trail, and maybe I assume head into Goron City after. All right, PKR doing the toilet and leaving, resetting Furrow's Wind. We're not going too far. This is like a game-winning move right here. Nope, we're going back to be a kid. Let's not, oh yeah, Kokiri sword in the toilet is great. We know we got Dins in, the well. We know where everything is now. PKR, one step away, just needs to hit up that Cannon's Castle at some point. So, gosh, I don't think we're gonna see Fanta check that spot for some time. You know, PKR with the Kokiri sword. We're just jumping in. So those iron boots are definitely paying dividends for PKR. That early check into the Zora's River, whereas Fanta coming back later, having already done more, is gonna hurt. I think definitely advantage PKR right now. Just confirming another hint there. Fanta, curious to see, picking up this boomerang if we are going to head right on over to Jabu now. You know, you got your Furrow's Wind child spawn location set up. But yeah, that sword is probably the last location for Fanta that you want to see. Yeah, Heart Slot. I think PKR has a sizable advantage. It's not over yet. PKR has seen the bottom of the well, Way of the Hero hint. This is we're gonna have to wait and see how the rest of this one's gonna turn up. I think, yeah, Fanta's really just gotta beeline these locations to make up that time now. But other than that, we are just kind of business as usual. PKR is going back to be a kid now. Looks like we're gonna see the Jabu play. So, I mean, I don't know. After this, PKR has to hit up Ganon's Castle to get that strength 2. I'd imagine. I don't know where else is left for her. Yeah. Now, it is one of those things where the hammer check for Fanta is a quick check. It's just right outside, right in the Composer's Grave. So as soon as, you know, he decides to go, you know, just play Nocturne, go check it, he'll have it. Welcome back.
I see PKR has not gone in strength 2 yet.
Nope. We found our good old little stabby in the toilet.
Oh no. That's bad for both of them. Because they're not going to go to G2G again, either of them, honestly.
That is true. PKR did reset Furrow's Wind there. But since Fanta didn't have the irons going through that other time,
Yeah, exactly.
and that's all that's left there.
They're
We're
both
gonna-
gonna come back at some point. It might be worse for Fanta than for being Kitty Rose. Fair.
And yeah, because
These PKR will
PKR?
be quietest back there.
like PKR is just needs the long shot and Dins, which I mean, I think PKR now knows Dins is in the bottom of the box.
Yeah. PKR is basically semi at this point. It's a matter of time before he finds a long shot. Or just in GTG.
Yeah.
They both gotta go back. Oh dear.
So Fanta is clearing out the kid side spirit. And yeah, because the thing is, those checks for Fanta, like the Kokiri sword is the real killer here. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pick up the hammer relatively soon.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Or I don't remember. Did we get key locked in Fire Temple? Could we end up going farther in there?
I don't think that will be his first choice. Regardless, I think checking the grave is definitely more likely.
But man, we have been back and forth on that Zora's River play. Like, oh, getting the iron boots. Oh, Fanta doesn't have them. It's like, oh, we got gold scale instead. We can go do water anyway. Maybe it wasn't as important. Now it's like, oh no, the one check.
One check.
Yeah, this is heavily advantaged for PKR. She's just got, unless for whatever reason, we just sleep on GTG for a long time, or Ganon's Castle.
I don't agree if it's literally over yet, because PKR has not found the long shot yet, which is also in GTG. When is she gonna go back for that, if at all? Like, until she finds Strength 2, there's no reason for her to go back. And for Phantom Tank, it's kind of the same. I wouldn't say it's over yet. I would honestly even say, I would definitely not say it's over. That's
There has been some crazy things happening this tournament, but PKR has finishes another dungeon. We're looking at PKR's medallions. It's like, oh yeah, you just need that one more. You just need that shadow medallion. You're good to go. No, we got to do the other dungeons too. We got to finish water. We got to go clear out spirit eventually. But I think the big thing too for the routing for PKR is the two locations she has to hit up are also like the two probably densest locations left for her.
That's true.
Whereas, that Kokiri sword just sitting. That's probably something that for Fanta is written off on getting those late irons. Is just, well, if there's something important there, I lose. Which would be the case. Even Serenade there to get us back to the water temple a little quicker.
A bit prophetic, perhaps. Just a quick throwback to the person in chat who said, imagine there was something good in toilets. You got what you want. How loaded is this GTG? It turns out very, very loaded.
And PKR is going right back to GTG here.
Looks like it.
No, she's going to have to come back a third time. But I think the time advantage she's got will make up for that.
Oh, I didn't know she didn't clear this side. I had no idea. Sorry.
Oh yeah, she got it. And
okay, no, then it's over. I would definitely. I had no idea that she's still open to her. Never mind. Yeah, that's huge. Never mind, chat. I get it now. I'm stupid. I'm dummy.
No, you're not. Listen, I was like checking out Fanta's side, and I completely missed the sword pickup. And then there was everybody's talking about in chat, and I was like, oh yeah, totally. I was just, I want to finish my thought on Fanta here before addressing our, most important item find of the whole race. Not going to Ganon's is just it'd be a little bit of a time save if she did this. Which is all good. Obviously now you just have to come back again.
Call is just, in her position, this makes sense. So.
Yeah. Like it's not the. In no ways are we saying it's the look. Even leaving Furrow's Wind right here. It's in no way the wrong play. It's just from our God perspective here.
Our God perspective.
You know, we look down at our runners racing for us. You know, and no, we're the lucky ones here who get to watch this.
So, fighting for our entertainment. If you think about it, really, CSR is like the Colosseum, and these are the gladiators. Two go in, one goes out.
Mm-hmm. Just what we need is at one point, you know, we need our runners after they fight Ganon, they have to fight each other. We've modded in Zelda PvP. And
yeah, the Dark League fights actually a fight against each other. You just get summoned to the Dark League room and you fight each other.
You get Dark Souls teleported in and have to fight.
Exactly. It's like it's against your will, right? It could happen at any point.
All right, season 5, get on it. We got.
That would be something.
We just. Oh man, that'd be a mess. As Yeah, just the thorough start for PKR being the ultimate payoff here.
Yeah, she was off to a good start in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Which, yeah, I guess technically, yeah, this will be the 4th visit to GTG. She did run in here just to drop Furrow's Wind and leave, and then, you know.
Do you like GTG? You better like GTG.
Sure. Like, I'd rather go to GTG 4 times than go to Ice Cavern. Like
True.
Once.
True. Very. Amen.
So, I always forget about the back run here. I always think when they quick turn, they're just going to walk out of GTG, right? I'm like, oh, all right. No, yeah, we're going through the maze. As PKR just kind of a few steps ahead of Fanta here.
Yeah. And a few steps away from a long shot.
Yeah, quite literally.
Like superior evolution. Eventually, the human race will evolve the back walk.
It's a Hylian special, right?
Exactly.
The back walk.
Oh, he's the hero of time, so you know he's got to be better than most people in some way, right? So maybe that's why.
Going backwards is like going backwards in time. So.
True. Yeah, he's going back walking in time. Yeah, here it comes.
There we go, and
Hey! Might as well check since it's just 2, why not?
Might as well, yeah. So, Fanta is gonna need a miracle, you know? Maybe PKR learns that lottery ticket she bought yesterday was a winner, right? She just won the lottery and says, you know what? I'm gonna celebrate. I'm gonna take a break from this race real quick. You know, I just won life-changing amounts of money.
Everyone gambles in this game. I wouldn't say that is an insult at all. It's a randomizer. Gambling is part of how this game is played.
Like
it's not a negative.
Random in the name. It's just kind of like, you know, there's gonna be some just things that just come down to luck. Like it's the classic getting items in certain orders can pay off. Right?
Yeah, you can't. You just cannot play fully safe all the time. Eventually, you will lose. At some point, you know, you're gonna have to take calculated risk, which is still gambling.
Kokiri's sword was the toilet. So, we're gonna see probably another great Morpha fight, which, as well as Baronade on the other side. Both of our sort of watery themed bosses.
It cannot be Light Arrows and Bomb. Well, it can be, but like that can't be the way of the. And Light Arrows could be anything.
Oh man, look at this Baronade fight.
Yeah.
Fanta, this is quick. And PKR getting the quick door pull on Morpha.
Yeah, definitely this Morpha went a lot better for her than her Baronade did. The Baronade wasn't that great, unfortunately, right. but this is you know, this was a lot better execution.
Yeah, we just saw both of those fights go as well as you possibly could.
Synchronized death screens as well. Love it.
Oh my gosh, it's a piece of beauty. As I didn't really expect, I'd say I expect nothing less from these runners at this point.
True.
I think they've shown they're absolutely amazing.
Do you think I could mint this moment as an NFT?
I think so.
You can mint anything as an NFT, apparently.
Yeah.
NFTs are they're like a Beanie Baby. Every time you buy one, you burn a part of the Amazon rainforest. That's kind of what they like, right?
Why not at this point? No, we love our rainforests. We also love our water stone.
We do love stone.
You know, maybe we shoot the sun here too.
Yeah, of course. You got to peek it.
Watch this beautiful, overly long animation.
You could say we're gonna PKR it.
Oh, look at that piece of heart. The sun loves you too, PKR. Oh man. As I think we're off to games.
Just we can do it.
Let's see here. So, gosh, do you just bail as soon as she gets that strength? I guess at this point, you know, these little changes might not mean too much, but she'll see the silvers and think, ah, crap. But you know, because you're always wondering, how are the runners like mentally feeling during the race, right? Right. I think everybody thinks they're behind always.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I've never heard anyone say I'm ahead.
Yeah, either you like, I feel like I'm doing all right.
In the seat anyway. Maybe at the start, like, oh yeah, I'm doing really good. But never at this point in the seat does anyone say, oh, I'm ahead.
Unless you take a wild risk and it pays off early, right?
Yeah. Maybe.
then you're always think, but what if the other person did that too? What are we don't know? Yeah, we're not gonna see, like, PKR also isn't gonna bail out of Spirit once she gets golds, I'd imagine.
I don't think.
So this will be you know, we still got a lot of race to go, but we do have the advantage PKR.
In fact, there's literally no reason for her to do so. She has literally all the items. She's strength 2 away from glow mode, so.
But she is starting on the opposite side of the gauntlet, so you know she should spend a little more time in here.
She doesn't know that.
She doesn't know that, but is this the advantage Fanta is going to need to turn it?
No, it's not. I'm sorry if I have to listen to this later, but no, that's not the advantage you need.
Yeah, we can try and keep this one. You know, it's a hard thing. What do you do as the commentator? I don't want to lie to you guys, but we.
Yeah, it's hard. It really is. The situation is kind of hard to say what to say.
I think especially we can look at this wonderful execution from our runners so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've said a lot of positive things about.
Oh yeah, I can tell you. The way they're playing, they could definitely beat me. They could do a couple seeds before I finish.
I don't even.
And then probably like beat me up in real life and like steal my cat, and like my cat would like them more.
I wouldn't go down.
Better people than me too. I think that's
no one can steal my. I would get murderous frenzy if someone took my cat from me.
I'd try. But either PKR or Fanta would be like, no, listen,
there will be no trying. I will succeed. Wait, you do not stand between me and my cat.
Oh, that's sweet. Shout outs to everybody's cat out there, or pet of choice, not just cats. We love
Shout
all.
out to my cat. Who is the?
It looks like Fanta is heading over to the ice caverns, which we'll get to see.
She's gonna erase if Auror's win. This is kind of what I said might happen.
Oh no!
Don't think it's gonna make a difference, but
it's still one of those things that, you know, PKR will get a little upset with after. But even grabbing the bottles to go do water trial, which have the strength upgrade in them. It'd be even something if she grabs the fire and then checks the chest, right?
Yeah.
So, if you're somebody out there, maybe you're new, you're tuning in, you haven't seen Ice Caverns with like hover boots, it's a treat. I hope we get to. I hope we get to do this. It's a mean spot.
Hey, that worst.
Although I'll say it's the funniest thing to hear when you just have one and they're just
Any of those ledges. Fanta going ice, and that will definitely be the Linus Elvis epitaph. Shouldn't have rushed ice.
It's Fanta's best available play.
From his point of view, it definitely is.
PKR getting some blue fire, getting it nice and ready for fire she'll probably never use.
She'll never use it, yeah.
There was a bow in here? Okay, whatever. Well, getting ready, just gonna walk on over to Ice Caverns and
Well, damn. Oh, scrap that. Scrap that. We don't need that anymore.
We will get a good old song. What is it? It's Saria's song, or is it Sun Song in here? I guess we don't know. From the Ice Caverns.
Oh yeah.
It's not too late to see some dancing Darunia, everybody.
Darunia. Can we dream? You don't get to see it anyway. The worst crime in his randomizer is they cut that cutscene out. What's up with?
I understand the time save, but give me my.
Darunia is a cry check. Then everyone has to see the cutscene anyway. It won't make any difference. So just put it in.
Because everybody's gonna do it. If you do Dancing Dad, you do it just to see him dance. If you knew you got the cutscene, right?
Pretty fair. I feel cheated doing Dancing Dad and not getting. It's like subscribing to Melrose stream and not getting celery.
So here we are. We're about to see the gold gauntlets on, so literally back-to-back strength upgrade checks for PKR. Look at that. Oh, man.
KW is what she's thinking right now.
Of course. The best way to get to GTG, I think, would be Reverse Wasteland, right? After going back. So we will see the Ganon hint most likely on where the light arrows are. Get those dogs barking. That's what Hyrule Market sounds like at night when you have those hover boots on the dog bark sound. It's just yipping and roaring.
True, yeah. How can you sleep with that sound?
As we see Fantaside, nice little jump up there. Who needs to do that bomb jump? Grabbing the rupee on the first try. We're going to fly through this silver rupee room.
Sure are. You love to see it.
Also, another.
I love glitches. Fuck off, ice keys.
Oh.
No, fuck.
The ice skis say, "Whoa, you're a little too hot here, Fanta. We gotta slow you down before you melt this whole place." No need for the hover boots on that last one. Just gonna jump.
And no, she does not have Aurora's wind on G.
Yep.
She erased it. And I would argue not even for a good reason. I mean, you're gonna have to pick up the Bosky and Temple of Time anyway. Like, it's only once you know where the light arrows are.
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't really matter that much.
As gosh, we're not even 2.5 hours in.
It's a quick AD, that's for sure.
I know, it's been wild. Like, it's like, hey, you guys gotta do everything, but doesn't matter for these runners. There is a. If we saw PKR just turn in Reverse Wasteland right after finishing Spirit, then we're like, all right, PKR wrote the seed. She went in there.
We might have to investigate a little bit. That might be a little bit too suspicious at that point.
Also, having the long shot here does make it a little quicker.
Having the fire arrows helps as well.
All right, Fanta's gonna grab that hammer now.
Hardly. He needs it too. He's gonna be happy to find that. But yeah, that hammer has hammered his chances at this point. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Yeah. Hope he doesn't get too hammered after this race either.
Fuck's sake.
What? So now you got that? Do you go right back to? Do you head over quickly? Maybe turn in some skulls here, then go check out the rest of Fire.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. He doesn't even have. He hasn't even cleared Fire yet, so.
Yeah, I think he. Has he been in Fire?
He has been there.
Alright, so might as well. Might as well make another trip back.
Yeah, in his position, what else are you gonna do? You need to kill the Volvagia one way or another.
That's
Oh, there's another ball bag! Okay! There's the land. What a meme.
As we are headed back to the Fire Cabin. And maybe you're watching, maybe you've seen a few of these randomizers, maybe this is the first one, you're like, I like Ocarina of Time. I think this is a fun time. Feel free to swing on by to our wonderful Discord, where this whole thing, it's not too hard to get set up and to get going.
It isn't.
Of
course, the hard part is legitimately getting your copy of Nintendo 64's Ocarina of Time off your cartridge. That takes some specialized hardware, which all of us have done, by the way, for sure. We've all done that.
Mm-hmm. We've done it a lot. We can give you tips. We can give you tips on how to do it.
Of course, yeah. We'll definitely help you with that if you need help with that.
If you'll swing on by, it's nice, friendly, cozy community. You see even some of these runners, I mean, you don't have to race too. You can just play a little randomizer for fun. If you've never heard of Multi-World, where you can find items for other people in them, it's a great thing if you got a few friends who want to play, or you can find some people in the Discord to play as well.
Yeah, exactly, Crustacean. That's how I did it as well. Just copy the zeros and the ones one by one by hand. Took me a few minutes, but worth it.
Yeah, it's a good. It should take you a couple of minutes just to copy all those zeros and ones down.
It really is Mario Kart, but you can do it. You got to import the copy from the US. I mean, nothing is impossible.
Yeah. We got contacts. We'll help you out.
Exactly. And I mean, no one here would ever think of stealing Nintendo's IP. We would never do that. Like, if you do that, you deserve to go to jail. And,
Right. That's.
Can you imagine a worse crime than stealing the Legend of Zelda R Ocarina of Time TM made by Nintendo R, which are registered as corporate trademarks from Nintendo? I would never.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't download a car. I mean, Link does steal a horse in this scene.
Link did download a horse.
Yeah, he just straight took it.
It is worse than downloading a car.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like,
cars are made by machines, but this game was made by you being. And if you get the game illegally, then those people will not be able to eat. They have children. Just.
I do wonder how different this seed would be if we didn't get the bottom of the well way at the hero end, right? Song of Storms is still on all dungeons, but do you not worry about the other stones as much? Being like, all right, there's a decent shot, something behind Song of Storms, either in the well or in one of those grottos. But I don't know. You could end up routing a little differently. As here is a great Iron Knuckle on PKR's screen. We're just gonna crouch right underneath that little slash and just take some time. It's a nice little methodical poke.
Lonely Mikic, I know this game was very small. I know it's a cult classic, right? Barely anyone played it. I get that, but it was made by one lone struggling artist. Like if you don't buy the game, they will not be able to feed themselves. Nintendo is like my favorite indie developer, so I don't want them to see. Yeah. I don't want starve.
Support your indie Nintendos, everybody. Make sure you feed and water them well. Make sure you take care of.
Yes.
Nintendos.
Exactly.
Also, we're at 2.5 hours in. I'd love to give a great shout out to our trackers, keeping everything going today. shout outs to Diesler 84 and Ksinja, who have been keeping all of us, keeping my, kind of dumbass in line here by missing a lot of things, as well as Siberian, our wonderful 3 streamers.
Yeah.
And of course, our great commentator, we are so happy to have back in Spell.
Oh, I thought you were going to name yourself. But
oh, yeah, and of course, me. The coolest. No,
True.
Not the coolest. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I didn't die. I mean, I guess I can quickly summarize where I've been. To put it really shortly, I don't mind speaking openly about this. I've been struggling with depression for a long time, and I finally decided to get professional help in real life. That took a lot of my time up for a while, but I'm doing a lot better now. I've started taking therapy and medicine, and I'm feeling better than I ever have been. And that's why I felt like I'm ready to get back into dating. So
nice. Well, that was very brave of you. It's hard to reach out and get help. And for
yeah,
everybody
that
out
was
there at
definitely
home,
harder than talking about it. Talking about it is not so hard. Talking about it with professionals is very hard.
When you're already dealing with your issues, it's the easiest thing to tell. So, oh yeah, just go do that. But to actually do it is a difficult thing. So we're happy to have you.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back as well. I've missed doing this. And yeah, you can do a shout out to yourself. That's my task. Thank you. I need to shout you out. Of course, also a very big shout out to my co-commentator. Sorry. Tojos, I can't pronounce it. Sorry.
Listen, I think I might have said this before. You can't pronounce it wrong. All right.
You can't pronounce it wrong. Every pronunciation is correct.
Every pronunciation is correct.
So a big thank you to my co-commentator Link.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job. Definitely been enjoying my time together with him today. Just lots of memes and goofs today. Very good.
It's been a wonderful thing so far. Fanta saving the Goron. I am pro team saving Goron, especially that Goron. He deserves to run.
They got locked up into a prison waiting to be eaten by a dragon who doesn't even have the capability to hit the switch anyway.
Which, can we also talk about how Darunia's standing in front of the boss door going to go fight Volvagia?
And then where is he?
And he, his friend is just hanging out.
To the side.
To the side.
Anytime.
In prison. And he's just sitting there. But no. He's like, no, I hate that guy.
Whatever, you do it. Imagine being the girl in that cell. You just see the leader of your people just letting you die in that cell. You're like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh gosh.
Out here because there's no voice acting. But if it was an actual, you hear boom, boom, boom. Help!
Also, shout-outs to Virlakar in chat. That's a pronunciation. That's another name I can pronounce. As we see, so how do you pronounce the name of the boss in the Fire Temple? I say this wrong.
Volvagia, but I like to say Vagina. It's funnier.
Alright, I always end up saying Volvagia, like there's no G in that name, and there's an S in there. It's all I know.
Power metal band.
So we got wonderful bomb shoe strats on her as
Excuse me, Shadow Warrior, but it's Volvagia as a female. It's a fire dragon mommy. Hello.
We do know that there are two dragons in that fight, actually. One, that share a hit bar.
True. There's also one underneath fire.
Yeah, one flies around, one just pokes their head up, doesn't have a butt, just stays underground.
I like to call her Full Vagina. Sounds my name for her.
So PKR finishing off the Spirit Temple.
Yeah, we'll be able to get that OOT now. And then basically just get your Din's Fire from the well, and then that's pretty much the end of the steed, really.
I feel bad. We haven't done any predictions. Can we? Is it possible to get, if y'all want to guess where in the well?
I'll give you one hint. It's not Dead Hand. We know that much.
Yeah, save the person who's gonna guess dead hand.
Yeah, don't bet on dead hand. It's not there. We know that. We've seen the hint.
But we are. Oh, right. As a kid, you play this, you run out, it puts you right in front of there. I always forget this. Oh nope. Instead, we're just taking a trip down to Lake Hylia.
We can just put the we can just end the bet when we enter the well. I think that will be best.
You know, even if they wanted to end it after we found Din's Fire, I think we can all be winners today.
We can all be winners. Yeah, just don't bet. Just wait until we. Can't
also, you know, everybody always talks about getting the song on all dungeons, but we do get that wonderful blue Ocarina of Time to play as a kid.
It's not the real reward. I don't care about the song. It's just cool. It's just nice.
There is our Song of Storms.
Hell yeah.
And, you know, we always get to quote-unquote go mode the Shadow Temple, which, you know, could result to not doing it any faster at all, depending on. But look at that, we're gonna get the well at the same time for both of our runners. We've met up for a second here. Yeah, Link tosses, sorry, this memento in the trash. He's like, no, I got a new waifu. Sorry. As we are, we're gonna get some synced up well eventually. Maybe Fanta gets this Din's Fire a little earlier, right? Saves a little time here.
Yeah, we are. Oh.
I am curious. I don't even know what Fanta has left to check. I think they're, you know, obviously that toilet's gonna be the last one, but it'll be a fun little well dip. I would say most frustrating dungeon. You know, when you don't know what you're doing, you're just kind of like running around, you fall down the hole again, right? That room with the Beamos and the bats, you're just falling down holes left and right. Obviously, our runners don't need that lens of truth. They're
professional.
They could do this dungeon with their eyes closed.
Listen, they get donations sometimes. They're basically getting paid as well as any college athlete is, so I mean, it's basically professional sports, let's be real.
Yeah. Feel free to swing by these runners' chats. Give them a follow as well.
Yeah, do that. Especially if you're going to follow PKR, make sure you follow her on PKR_practice. That's the practice channel. Make sure you follow Pink Kitty Rose on Twitch if you want to follow. I heard she puts on a good show.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
there it is. Oh, it's quick. All right, get out of here.
Yeah. Gonna drop the Fur's Wind in case, you know.
Light arrows are here.
Come back, you get the light arrows are in the well, and you're like, all right.
It sure is.
As we are gonna be off to Shadow Temple,
and also full of Fanta Tank. I don't know what his streams are like, but I'm sure it's a great time.
Mm-hmm. You know, even if he those follows are always great. Everybody in this community, I think, could say pretty great. Except for myself, I'm kind of Garbo, but it's been a wonderful little thing. As of course, it's this awkward thing where we've been in like go mode for a while, but there's still so much to do, right? We still got to do our longest dungeon here in Shadow, which, you know, Shadow a little linear. It's not like Shadow and Forest, I feel like are.
It depends. Once you get the keys you need, then you can basically just blast through it. But yeah, it can take quite a while.
You know, potentially we can skip that little last room before the boss door.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, PKR not gonna have Nehru's love for Bongo Bongo though.
Oh,
left that one in the well.
A critical mistake. That might be the comeback Fanta.
Yeah, Bongo, difficult boss fight, especially if you don't open up the shortcut. It's a long run back.
And you know, no ice arrow. You need ice arrows in Nehru's Love really to beat him. It's impossible without it.
And you're gonna have to they don't have double magic yet, which because you know you're using your ice arrows, you're using your Nehru's Love, and of course you're using your Lens of Truth to see Bongo fight. I mean, I don't know if the double defense and 11 art containers are going to be enough. He plays some sick beats.
True.
That's right. Yeah, we do still have to see PKR make that fourth trip to GTG. I think that'd be almost the ultimate disrespect. I think just throwing on like ice arrows for the Bongo fight, or just extreme.
I hope PKR does it. It's so funny. I want to.
I think the fight's actually, to be perfectly honest, I think the ice arrow strat makes the fight a little harder. I don't know. It's a little weird.
Does it?
Because he doesn't like charge you, right? If you ice arrow the hands, he just kind of falls down.
Doesn't want it actually.
Now, yes, I am the first to do so.
I've been commentating Zuda for a long time and watching it too, and I've seen it once. So.
Also, sadly, Saria's song was in the Ice Cavern, so we didn't get to see the Bunny Hood today. I haven't seen a Bunny Hood pickup.
Oh, you're right. Oh, that's sad. I hope if PKR makes it to the grand finals, I hope she puts it out for the grand finals. Wouldn't that be so funny?
For those who might be unaware, the Bunny Hood normally in the base game doesn't make you move faster, but in the randomizer, we've got a new setting in here that gives you 50% movement speed.
Are you serious?
I don't think so, right? I think it's just... In Majora's Mask it does. But in this, it makes your forward run as fast as your backwards run, which even the amount of times you're running backwards doesn't even save that much time. And you potentially have to do more menus, since it does take up one of your C item locations.
Chad, back me up here. It makes you run fast in the base game, right? That's why you give it to the mailman. Chad, back me up here. I need to know. Chad, please.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't? Oh, you got no way. There's no... Oh, I was so certain it did.
I'm gonna assume it's a bug, and that's why they fixed it in Majora's Mask. Right.
Nothing. What does it do in OOT then? Nothing?
Nothing. You just give it to that dude running laps in Hyrule. And he'll fill up your wallet for you. I think that's the ultimate thing, if we ever saw somebody turn in the Bunny Hood for money.
Oh, that has to be it. Someone explained it to me. It makes you feel like you're running fast. It's like, you know, when you put your arms behind your back while you're running and you tilt your body forward. You don't go faster, but it feels faster, right?
I don't know about
like
that.
Your real running feels faster. It isn't fast, but it feels so fast.
I think science is still out on that one, on if Naruto running is faster or not. Until they prove it either way, I will continue to Naruto run around my grocery store.
Oh my god, I imagine myself doing that. I could never enter the grocery store again, I think. Not because I would be banned, but because I just wouldn't dare show my face again.
So have you ever, I know, you know, quarantine's got us all at home a little more, but have you ever been like walking from place to place and then just started running instead of walking and be like, wow, this is actually a lot faster if you just run around?
I love
instead of walk. It's crazy.
I've been going on daily walks. I would not want to run. I love walking slowly to places. It's great.
Yeah, and there's a lot. I've even heard some things like taking, you know, maybe walking at like a faster pace can be just as healthy for you as going for runs. Right?
Oh.
It's like, you know, you go if you keep your pace a little up. Also, any cardio workout is great. Is great for mental health. Just kind of getting out and moving. That's
Yeah, I can attest to that. My doctor said like to start going on regular walks. You'll feel a lot better, and I have been, and I will attest to the positive effects I felt from it. It feels so good going. Like I come back, I feel so much.
Especially depending where you are, it's going to be warming up now.
Yeah, it was a nice day yesterday, especially the sun was out. I went for a very long walk yesterday. Great.
Now we all love our Zooter, but make sure to get outside every now and
Yeah,
then.
just remember, Lingo's hiking. You should too.
You know, you can watch us on your phone. Get in your headphones of choice,
Yeah.
and you can watch it. You can even listen to
Pay
the
attention to
amazing
the
comments.
path. Pay attention to where you're going. Don't do anything dangerous, please.
Gosh, like that summer Pokemon Go came out, everybody was just going for a walk, right?
I was.
That was like the opposite. The summer Pokemon Go came out was the opposite of summer last year. You know, everybody's outside, everybody's moving around, being great. Now it's just
5 years ago, Pokemon Go came out. I just want to make you feel old.
yeah.
Just want to make you realize how fast time goes.
It definitely goes faster the older you get. We got both of our runners in the Shadow Temple.
Did you guys go Pokemon Go? Did you Pokemon Go to the polls, by the way, chat? Oh my god, I will never forget that line. I will never forget. I remember that came on TV and I had to do a double take to make sure I heard that right. Like I rewound it and listened to it again. I was like, did she just say? Did she? She just said that. I hate to use this word, but it was pretty close.
Oh my gosh. PKR with the high jump off the platform there, taking out that Rita.
That Rita did not know what was coming.
Yeah. As we're just going to we're bomb shooing in this thing. Setting off some bomb shoes aside. One of the few rooms in this game where you gotta kill everything. Get out. But yeah, this little room Phantasm that we just saw from PKR's, I don't know, you got to make this blind jump onto that moving platform, right? Which, you know, you get your cycles right, you get moving at the right time, you can hit it every time, but it's a little nerve-wracking, right?
I hate it. I just hate this room in general without the lens. Probably one of the reasons why I don't play Zooter.
I equip the lens every time.
If I have it, yeah. I'm not taking any chance.
What would you say overall? I know season 4 has had some mixed reception, some great additions, some not so great, depending on who you ask. What are some of the good things you've liked about these settings?
The thing I dislike, the only thing I dislike, because you asked me what I like, but I pretty much like everything. The one thing I dislike is Castle. I just don't think it's good the way it is.
I think it's a little awkward to get in there. I think we even talked about that earlier, where it's a very dynamic choice.
Yeah, I love Closed Deku. I think that's a great change. Really in favor of that. But I think GC should either be always open or on 6 value. Like, I don't think the way it is. That's about it, though. Otherwise, I like it. There's a lot of people say like it's too random and stuff, but if I look at like how the races have been in this season, they've all been pretty close. So I honestly feel like season 4 is actually good.
It's close, and it's a weird thing, like, right, with the randomizer. Because if you're playing something called a randomizer and it's too random, what's the right amount of randomness, right?
Well, I mean, I will say this. I said this a lot because I am a game designer. I think in game design there's a thing called controlled RNG. RNG is used all the time in games, but the way we design around RNG is that it's very controlled. We kind of know what it's going to impact. And RNG is part of the design, right? So even if there's RNG, we put like certain like limits on what is random and what kind of things the player can control that random part of. And I think, in some sense, I think Zooter could be designed a bit more to be a bit more controlled. It's a bit too, I like to call it entropic right now. There's just too many things that are randomized and too little hints to push in the right direction. But that's about it, honestly. I think season 4 is pretty great.
I think some things like tweaking hints could help that.
I think that's a big thing. Change personally.
Like, I mean, I'd be down with just removing the wasteland being foolish, right? And outside Gigant's Castle, I think. Limit what you can get there, but you know, this is how everything goes. Is iteration, right? You make something, all right, well, what can we do better? There's always room for improvement, always room to iterate the next version of it to be a little better.
Yeah, for sure.
And to keep it a little fresher.
You gotta keep the meta in flux. You can't always leave it the same. Even like when season 3 was released, I think people generally really liked it, and it's a pretty good season, especially competitive play. But you can't stay on season 3 forever. It just gets stale.
Because I know, like, even things like if you look at sports, right? They have rule changes like every season. They're changing up little things. Like, okay, now they've called it.
I don't watch real sports. I only watch digital.
Yeah, I guess by real, I'm not trying to. I'm just saying, you know, your in-person event, or I don't know. I'm just gonna dig myself in a further hole here. Bury me in Kakariko Graveyard.
You can do real sports. Is there real life randomizer?
Real life randomizer. Yeah, we've just.
Yeah, it's called real life. You always have
treasure hunt. Oh man, you could do that. You could make like you could make something like this where there's like a treasure hunt, right? And they throw away all athletic sports. Mars Drinker, you are my winner of the day.
Kind of sad when you think about it, but like in real life, it's always randomized. Your spawn is always random. it makes all the difference. Your spawn makes all the difference.
Yeah, sometimes waking up, like depending on my night before, where I wake up feels like my spawn location. Right?
You safe warped.
Oh my gosh. The Amazing Race randomizer. Oh yeah. I think randomizers have been an amazing thing. I know I'm not saying they're a new thing, but they've definitely. I think all of us here like speedrunning to some extent. They let us play our favorite games like it's a new experience to some degree every time.
I think the greatest thing that randomizers do is that they're like it's like speedrunning for everybody, right? It's a very like low, like the ceiling is very low. It's very easy to get into. It's like it's that gateway drug to actual speedrun. It really is, though.
Right. It's I know since I've been doing it a little more. I mean, I had dabbled in the past. Now I'm like, oh man, what else can I speedrun? What can I play? Can get it as we have the dreaded Bongo fight.
Impossible.
PKR, no ice arrows equipped right now.
No Nehru's love. How will she do it?
Oh, gets the first one.
It's the first. Oh, the fist is overpowered move. Oh,
yeah, nerf the fist. Nerf the.
But like gets it on the way back. Very impressive. Hits it right on time. That is very impressive.
No lens of truth.
One cycle in. Oh, it's amazing.
One cycle. No Nehru's love. Defining a new meta here by PKR. True. Not activate. Normally, as soon as the fight starts, you activate your Nehru's love.
Can anyone
stop your ice arrows?
Can anyone stop her at this point?
I don't know. Is that allowed? Is that strategy allowed?
Is that even part of the standard rule set? I'm not sure.
Can we get a mod in here to let us know? Because that just didn't look fair. That I wanted a fair fight between PKR and Bongo. That was just a murder. Hey, there's our other match.
Oh, there it is. It's always a shadow, isn't it? It always is.
Which I believe, maybe not on both of our runners, but we've seen every item in the game. We've seen all of our slingshots, all of our bows, all of our bomb bags.
Use love is. It's in the. I mean, we've pretty much seen every check. Let's be real. We pretty much 100% the seat between the two of these people. Which
sadly. Like our one check for Fanta is the toilet. That just not having iron boots at that time. That's one of those getting the items in the right order. It's gonna be
for sure. Yeah, it's kind of funny how we talked about it at the start of the seed, and this is a good example of it. I think this would have been so different if he did things in a different order.
Yeah, if he got that scale and had it right over, it's easy for us to look at. Because that is the thing. This is part of randomizer. Why is Fanta losing? I don't know. Like things in the wrong order. Is it Fanta's fault? No. It just.
I'm really curious though why he opted to use that scale that he got early on in the game after getting the skull map. It felt like such a logical time to check out the river, and I want to know, like, did he just forget? Was he so excited to find the strength? Like, what happened? Because it really
it had to have been that strength that just, you're like, oh, I can go do all of Forest Temple right now, right? Like, let me get out of here.
Wow, and also Fanta also doing it without Nebu's love and ice arrows. Unbelievable.
What is this new I don't know. Somebody email Nintendo. The next release of Ocarina of Time they gotta make sure this isn't possible. This isn't fair. Poor Bongo. Poor Bongo.
We need a patch.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll issue one out soon.
Yeah, so, PKR didn't get the boss key, don't worry. Prelude it first.
So, PKR, where is the light arrows for her? She's gonna see...
Oh, I know what we haven't gotten in the seed. Big Goron sword. Where is it?
Right! Where is that guy? Maybe also in the well that we skipped?
Yeah, it has to be in a well. Not really much else where it could be. The Wastelands, maybe? Somewhere in Gerudo Fortress? That's possible?
Oh, yeah, it could be Fortress. Yep, so... PKR gonna shake her head. Oh my gosh, that place again.
Fortress is barren, but Big Goron so can be in a barren location, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's probably in Fortress, I imagine. Oh, it's an icy water? Did we see it?
Oh. I guess, yeah, we probably saw Fanta check it, and I mean, I didn't see it because I'm like bad at this. But
PKR taking the slow route.
You know, Lake Hylia is nice these times of year.
True, it's very sunny. Look at the sky.
Oh, beautiful. You know, the water is higher. Water level's pretty high.
It's too hot in the wasteland, man. It's just too hot. Deserts, man. I just don't want to go there.
Also, I feel like this doesn't happen too often. PKR having, you know, all 3 strength upgrades, but not having to check the light trials, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. No light arrows on light trial. I want my money back.
So, Fanta is going to check out some grottos here.
Fastest route is the back. Slightly faster.
Oh yeah, the skull.
Actually, considerably faster. I think a couple.
Mm-hmm.
That big. It is definitely faster.
Yeah, Fanta is on a mad goose chase right now.
Yep.
Which, I don't know if you've ever tried to catch a goose. Don't. Those things are terrifying.
You don't need to catch a goose. The goose will catch you. They think it's a goose chase because you're the one chasing. It's the other way around. The goose is chasing you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'd be terrified. All right, we will see dancing dad though. I mean, we won't see him dance, but we'll know.
In our hearts and our minds, he is.
So PKR, who had Furzwind set right outside that room, but had to, you know, change it to Ganon's castle, I was like, okay, here we go, running back.
Oh yeah, geese are fucking terrifying creatures. Don't get.
Do not mess with a goose. They do not care. They don't care about your car. They don't care about your well-being.
They don't care about anything.
Yeah. All they care about is honk.
Geese or keys? You're onto something. Keys are evolved from geese. That's why they're so annoying. It all makes sense now.
Oh man. So Fanta back in the well.
Back in the well. Did he forget something here?
Oh, look at that like room. Unliking those enemies, getting out of there.
And I think that's where it is. So. Oh, no, never mind. It's the next one.
We do fill up that wallet, though. 500.
They honked me off, that's true.
Alright, another key.
Cross check.
Maybe she strands it. Maybe she leaves right now. She doesn't. There's the light arrows.
And PKR leaving. GGG. Not getting the light arrows. How will she do it? GG. It's GG chat, but let's wait a little bit longer.
As I'd be curious to see if Fanta runs out of effect and eventually heads over before the race is up.
Chat, chill. It's not GG yet. We're not there yet. We wait until the Ganon dies. That's what one of the G stands for. Ganon Goose.
So, as we were talking about, Bongo Bongo is a tricky fight. Ganon also, like, this is gonna be a long fight here. You know, you gotta play 5 sets of tennis with Ganon here.
I like that one, chat. Ganon gone. That's what GG stands for. Very good.
Ganon's Goose.
Yeah.
So PKR standing back. Oh, what's this? Jumping in the center bar. Oh, he can't return it. Getting shot with the light arrow. PKR, no tennis today. Cheating out our poor game.
Using the reflective properties of the bottle to reflect the ball.
Oh,
Amazing.
Nintendo, patch that out. That's not allowed.
That's how glass works. It's very shiny.
Oh, that's true.
Ooh, oh.
Ganon's saying no. I'm throwing this one past.
His AI is just not on point.
Is he gonna? Oh, he's just being mean. He's just flexing a little bit. He's like, check out this whole thing. Oh no. Oh. You know, Ganon, it was nice knowing you. Now he's certainly dead. Is the race over now? They just killed Ganondorf, right?
I mean, I've never seen what happens at this point.
Right. Now Link and Zelda live happily ever after, right? Link definitely doesn't go to like Termina or anything. Good job.
Not on this timeline.
Oh, looks like we got one last cutscene. Oh, as we see the fires of love erupt around Link and Zelda.
Oh no, how can it be?
We have
His true form left.
just showing up as we have our Dark Souls fight, which is just rolling around a lot and stabbing.
I don't know about that, Danks. I think a lot of runners feel like when it's 3 hours into the scene, you get to Ganon, you kind of worry that the other person might be like a minute ahead of you. Yeah, well, unexpected development, true. Like, the fire's already on. You know, actually, in reality, the underside of Ganon's castle is a massive grill, and it's just grilling the steak.
It's grilling those Zoras you were talking about earlier, right?
No. That's it. We serve Zora with a side dish of Ganon cutlets on a bed of Deku nuts.
That's what they're eating in the party at the end, right?
Yes.
Credits. They all.
That's it.
Oh man. So, nothing like stabbing a tail. Tail, you know, if you're gonna have a weak spot, I would not put it on the tail. Right? Like,
I mean, no, he's just trying to cut the tail off because it's tasty.
This is our Monster Hunter boss fight, right? You gotta cut off the tail, get those crafting parts. Oh! He goes down, but Link can't kill them on his own, can he?
Exactly. First you hammer the tail to tenderize it, and then you cut it off with the sword.
Because I always love in this cutscene, I love Ganon's nose just was wiggling like crazy.
Yeah, but Ganon is down on his knees, on his hands, and the sword is glowing for PKR, as we will be seeing PKR taking the win against Panda Tank. GG.
Ganon's goose is cooked.
Oh, Ganon gone.
Ganon gone. Ganon's grave. Any variation of life. Wonderful performance by our two runners, PKR.
Yeah, a great race, regardless of how you...
We will be joined by PKR, and Fanta opted to not join for the interview.
All right. I can't wait.
And here she is.
Welcome, PKR. Congratulations.
Hello. It's been 15 minutes and I'm still not calm yet, but hello.
So, how did you, I guess starting off with that, how did you feel leading up to the end of that race?
Not good! When there was, like, the number of things that went wrong in the past, 30 minutes was insane. It's like I get my silver gauntlets out of Ganon's castle, which I could have done much earlier, and I'm just like, okay, this is fine. As long as it's a go-modable spirit, this shouldn't be an issue. Sunblock room boss key leader, and I'm panicking for the duration of the scene remaining. And then it's Gerudo Training Grounds Light Arrows, when I had put off GTG for so long, and turns out I should have put it off just a little bit longer. But, I mean, the rest of the scene went good. It was just that. Just that.
Right.
Yeah, fortunate. But, I mean, you know, it all worked out in the end.
Yeah. It pretty much, I'm aware that the thing that carried the whole scene pretty much was the early river play.
Right, which was
Yeah.
an interesting one from our commentators' perspective. We saw you go river early, Fanta later, way later in the seed ended up getting those iron boots, not able to get Kokiri's sword out of the toilet when he full cleared everything but that chest. So you went from Kakariko to the river. Is this just do you like to do that thorough play, get those checks out of the way at the time? Or I guess
I was just a bit annoyed by Kakariko having a grand total of absolutely nothing, so I decided to do a couple of more adult checks before hitting child, and then I got a bomb bag, so that turned into a lot of adult checks before going back to child.
It must have felt good as well that you got both Bone Bag and Iron Boots. Found the hint that said that chickens had these scales. They're like, okay, it's a logic.
Yep, that was actually really nice. It's like, oh hey, there's my logic. Cool. Let's not do those.
Pretty much.
It did look like most of your plays did turn out. This was a do pretty much everything seed, except for, you know, like Ice Caverns didn't have to be done. You did go further in fire, was the only thing that didn't really pay out. I guess, what were you looking for at that time? Was that a bit of a meta play, or was there anything?
I was still looking for a few things. I'd bothered to go activate Pierre before coming, so I'm just like, I was thinking in my head, as long as the boss key is at least as deep as Pierre, I'll finish it. And then it was shortcutted. I'm just like, oh, that's so close to where I would have called the cutoff point. And since I was thinking about it for longer than 5 seconds, I just did it anyways. It didn't work. It didn't work. It's just some arrows.
Right.
I cut a couple of corners later on to try to counterbalance that a bit, such as just saying no to Child Sword Domain.
Well, unfortunately, I mean, I have no further questions, but I really have to get going. I thought the seat would be literally in 2 hours from now rather than 3 hours ago. And people are waiting for me to do things. So I really have to get going.
Well, thank you for commentating this, Phil.
It was fun. It was a good race. Thank you very much.
Great.
I look forward to watching it back.
I'm going to leave the rest into Tojos and Siberian's hands. Bye-bye.
Bye, Spell.
Bye!
So your oh no, what was I gonna say? So it was interesting seeing, because you got those early iron boots, whereas Fanta ended up getting another bomb bag on the Yeet Rock, and then getting by with Gold Scale and did Water Temple with Gold Scale. So it was looking like, whoa, was the river actually not as big of a deal as we thought? And then of course it was on that Kokiri sword in the toilet.
This keeps happening, by the way. This is the second of my bracket races that have been determined by a Kokiri sword.
Oh my gosh. So, is there, you have your work cut out of you for the rest of your races. All of your potential opponents are all lined up. You got your Mortal Kombat-esque tournament, like, next series of challengers. Next race, you're going to be going against Ryu Kane. How do you feel going into that one?
It's one of those things where Ryu Kane and I haven't really directly raced pretty much at all, so it'll be interesting. I know he runs a bit differently than some of the other people that have been in the bracket, so he still plays quite good too, so it'll probably just come down to the usual of just make the right decisions first, forehead. I have some motivation. I want to avenge Riley, so take you down, Ryu! It's coming! I must avenge my fellow Canadian!
We got our anime revenge arc here.
Yeah! I won twice in this bracket. I've won Canadian showdowns. First with Felix and then with Riley. And both times they were plucked away from me.
So finally, once we get that one scheduled away, as we got Ryu Kane in chat. He's getting ready, as this will be a showdown of epic proportions. Of course, after that, the winner will have to go against What the Hells, then only to face the Salty Sponge in the finals. So we've got a bunch of great races ahead of us. So, is there any big takeaways from that seed, you think, maybe going forward? Any opinions on Season 4, on how this is feeling in general?
I think the simplest one for me is, my god, I have never learned to hate GTG more than throughout the course of Season 4. Because it always seems to be the answer, and you always seem to choose it at the wrong time. No matter how hard you try, you either go too late or too early.
That was the one thing, Wash, where we're like, yep, she's gonna have to come back like 10 more times.
I cannot even express the anger in my soul when I saw the words Gerudo Training Grass. I specifically, when I was setting my wind in Ganon's Castle the first time, was like, oh, there's only 2 items behind Heavy Block. There's so much the rest of the game. Surely they'll not be there. Well,
You did
about that.
You did get some hints early on for Bottom of the Well being on Ocarina of Time and Bottom of the Well being Way of the Hero. How different do you think that you routed after learning that? Was this just all right, we're just going to be even more thorough than before, or?
Honestly, that didn't really affect it much in the grand scheme of things, since I would have liked to do Spirits sooner, but small problem with the Silver Gauntlets glow mode there.
Right.
And then the other 2 are Fire and Water, which are the 2 dungeons that you just look at and go, I don't want to full clear these.
Yeah, we were initially like, oh, they're both stones. That's nice. It's a though.
It's not nice at all.
Maybe we'll never have to see. Maybe it was just a nice linear seed. But this was a fun romp through Hyrule.
Yeah, that's pretty much had to do.
A great showing. I think the execution was great. The routing was great. We got to see both of you were pretty much in separate locations nearly the whole time.
Good.
You were both in the bottom of the well at the same time, which was interesting. But other than that, it was a little showing, which also led to us missing some things, I think. But that's my incompetence right there.
I mean, at least this meant that there was no sink in Forest Temple. Jack got a break.
It was exactly after I think Fanta left, you were like going in, so we got to skip around a little bit. So I am curious, what do you hope for in your race against Ryoken? Do we want some mad spaghetti logic where there's just items everywhere, nothing makes sense, maybe even like a Tunic Way of the Hero, or are you looking for maybe a little more of a straightforward linear seed? What do you prefer?
Honestly, at this point, we're deep in the bracket. We've had enough casinos throughout the brackets. With how exciting the Sponge versus What the Hell's race was yesterday, with that nice, linear, hard-to-mess-up seed, where it was just so much about execution. It'd be nice if the rest of the runs in the brackets were like that, just to have, it's like, okay, we're top 4 now. Just play as hard as you can and see what happens. Because... we've been in Las Vegas long enough. Come on, we have to tap out at some point, right? We've run out of rupees.
It'll surely add up to a nice linear-ish seed. Or, it's always the one item that's like behind Lens of Truth or something that will lead to your last item you need. It'll just be a mess, I'm sure. But I don't have any other questions. Chat, feel free to throw in any questions you might have. Is there any other comments or potential words of warning for Ryoken? As sounds like you're coming for him.
I'm trying. This is like the first time I've had some level of motivation, because coming into bracket, my motivation was just don't go 0-2. So I mean that's been dealt with. And now it's.
I did see a little bit in your survey that was like, I just kind of wanted to qualify. I'm not sure how well. It's like, all right, no, it turns out you're actually one of the best runners here.
I mean, I've been practicing a lot because I felt overseeded and I didn't. There's a lot of pressure that comes on at that point, and it's like I really need to just sit down and grind out all the stuff I don't know yet, and so I did.
Well, the work is definitely showing and paying off. Do you tend to stay away from big metagame plays? Is this just a spur of the moment thing, or you think you're gonna play your game out regardless of how you think it's going?
I'm probably just gonna play it out. I'll do things like cut corners if I think I've messed up too much, but that's about the extent of it for me.
Nice. Well, I think that might be all we got here.
Yeah, I also think it's time to wrap up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I need to get lunch. I'm hungry.
I'm right behind you.
GG to our runners. Make sure to give both of them a follow. Also, thank you to our commentators Thorios and Spell. And don't forget our trackers, Xenia and Diesler84. And at the end of the stream, we are going to raid over to the Silver Gauntlets. They have a race going on over there between... where are the names? Giraxo and Spike Vegeta. And for the rest on CSR schedule today, we have a Skyward Sword Randomizer Tournament match at 3 PM EST. Oh no, EDT, we are Daylight Saving Time. At 6 PM EDT, we have the Ocarina of Time NA Weekly. At 7 PM EDT, the Twilight Princess Any % match. At 8 PM EDT, we have Zelda 2 Randomizer Max Render Tournament and A Link to the Past NMG on 2 different channels. And wrapping up Saturday is with the Zelda 2 Randomizer Weekly at 10 PM EDT. Make sure to check our schedule for more Zelda content. And thanks again for watching, and see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for having us. Thanks to the commentators, both French and English, and GG's Fanatank. I'll do what I can to push forward for you, okay?